Huh? Huh? We back, baby. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing okay. Enjoying this Saturday. I know the East Coast, it's a little, you know what I mean? A little gloomy, but it's okay. It's okay, guys, because you know what? This too shall pass. It's supposed to be cloudy all day, high of 76. Right now, it's currently 71 in the East Coast, New York area. You know what I mean? Um, it's not the greatest day. And it kind of stinks because you guys know today is the Roommates podcast in Central Park. And so I don't, if you look at the weather, every day is sunny, 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 sunny. Like the next 6 days is sunny, except for today. What are you going to do? It's how life, it's how the cookie crumbles in New York. It's how it works. So it is what it is. Got to make the best of it no matter what. I'm sure everybody who's bought tickets to that event will have a great time. They've got some really fun things lined up. From a couple performances, I believe. Then they also have got like some really good guests. It should be pretty fun. Kyle Bridges will be out there with them. You're gonna have Stephon Marbury out there. What's this guy's name? Something Smooth. I forget. You guys know the tall, skinny guy with the big head, the comedian guy. I forgot his name. Whatever. He'll be out there. They're gonna have a good time. They're gonna make the best of it. I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Anyway, hopefully everybody's doing good. As you can see, I got the morning cup of Joe. Went back to the hot coffee for today, even though it's not that, not that cold. Just felt like having hot coffee. Pinky up. Good stuff. Little cup of Joe or Joanne, whatever you like, whatever you prefer. So let's see here. Let's see what we got going on here in the Chizat. My guy, Walter Blackman in the building. What up, Walter? Salute, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. He said, good morning, Ron and my Knicks family. Hey, man, it's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. Shout out to my guy, Andios NYK in the building. Appreciate you, Andios. Always good to see you. As I always say, guys, please support Andios in all of his endeavors. Find him on Instagram at Andios NYK. You won't be disappointed, man. Really fun, entertaining stuff and positive stuff. He says, salute, peace, love, and blessings to us all. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the show. Appreciate you as always, my brother. Lion of Judah is in the building. Shalom, my brother. He said, grand rising, my brother Ron and panel, and blessings, Knicks family. Shalom. Same to you, brother. Hey, we're about to get into our superhero mode. Wonder Woman is in the building. What up, Wonder Woman? Appreciate you. Good to see you as always. She says, good morning and hope everyone is doing well today. Yes, same to you and yours. L, damn it, is in the building. Let's go. A member of the SKF Army, and social media manager for Still Knicks Fans. Appreciate you, L, as always. She says, good morning, SKF family. Let's get the show on the road. Smash that like button, share the live, share the love. Pew, pew. There you go. All right. Appreciate you, L. Thank you. Hey, there he is. He's been a little hiatus doing his thing. Double A is in the building. Salute, Double A. What's going on, brother? He said, hey, all you fellow Knicks fanatics. It's Saturday, which means time for Ron the Don of Knicks podcast. To salute all. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Good to see you. All right, who else we got here? We got Deron Wayne in the building, another member of the SKF Army. Salute, Deron. Appreciate you. He said, good day, SKF. Good to see you, brother. Sam, the Candyman Grandison, is in the building. What up, Sam? Appreciate you. He says, salute, peace, and blessings to everyone. Gonna try to join the panel for a bit today to get a break from work. Hey, we like that. We like that. Good to see you, Sam. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, guys. 2 seconds. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, my fault, guys. I just. They not like, you ain't ready. You just ain't ready. That's all it. Look, I'm not going to judge you because you can't do it. It's fine. Not everybody can. Just be there to support, man. Stop the hate. Congratulate. What you doing? They're not like us. They're not like us. We are the Knicks. We are the Knicks. Oh, my bad. Okay. I never know when you guys are there. You guys always catch me off guard when I'm in my own element. Oh, my fault, guys. I just. They not like, you ain't ready. You just ain't ready. That's all it. Look, I'm not going to judge you because you can't do it. It's fine. Not everybody can. Just be there to support, man. Stop the hate. Congratulate. What you doing? They're not like us. They're not like us. We are the Knicks. We are the Knicks. Oh, my bad. Okay. I never know when you guys are there. You guys always catch me off guard when I'm in my own element, man. My bad. My bad. I didn't know y'all were there. And we are back. That was perfect timing. I came back right at the end. Sometimes I will cut it off before I get, but unfortunately I needed the whole, almost 2 minutes. It is what it is. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let me see here. Where was I? Okay. Paris Duggar in the building. What up, Paris? Good to see you. Salute. Appreciate you as always. He's man, my girl Caitlin balled out but couldn't beat the Minnesota Lynx. Mean machine. Dag it. Hey, things happen, man. But Caitlin's been balling. She's looked good out there. Getting triple doubles and stuff, It's good stuff. L says salute to everyone joining. David Smith is in the building. Another member of the SKF Army. Appreciate you, brother. Says salute to Ron in the chat. It's September 7th, 2024, and the Knicks still have a huge void at center left by Hartenstein's departure. Also, looks like injury-prone Mitch won't even be ready to start for the start of the season. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Yeah. As I've said before, man, we'll figure out a way to get it done. They'll make it work. Let me tell you something. How many Knicks fans, when you found out that Mitch was out, you knew Julius was already out, you knew OG Anunoby got hurt, you knew Bogdanovich was out. How many of y'all thought the season was over? They were finished. That they weren't going to be able to go anywhere in the playoffs. It was going to be one and done, out in the first round. You know what I mean? I mean, we did have OG in the first round, but I'm just saying with the other guys out, you start to feel a certain way. And then you think you have no chance in the Indiana series, which wasn't the case. We did have a chance, although the OG loss didn't affect us right away, but it definitely did, as time went on, because obviously Indiana made some adjustments. We saw that. So, but it is what it is, man. You just never know. All right. L says, don't forget to like the live, please. And thank you. LOL. Thank you, L. Darlene Bryan is in the building. Salute to you. Since Darlene is here, we can really start the show. Let's go. What's up, Darlene? Just Knicks is in the building. What up, Just Knicks? Appreciate you. Good to see you, my brother. All right, we got the cardiac Knicks in the building. Valanciunas will become a Knick before Christmas, probably. I mean, I don't know. Somebody, I don't know about if it'll be him, but yeah, probably. I don't know. David Smith says waiting for the trade deadline to address big issue at center is a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. The price will likely be too high, and the player they need won't be available then. I know. I mean, you've mentioned this before, David, and you know, unfortunately, the only thing I can say back to that is what I said before. The price is going to be high no matter when the Knicks do it because it's the Knicks. But I hear you. Now, if you want to say if you wait to the trade deadline, you know, there may not be a lot of options. You may not be able to get who you want, or, you know, people that are you targeting, because, you know, teams may change their mind by that point. They may say, oh, we're playing pretty good, we don't want to trade this guy now, or somebody else might make an offer. That could happen. But other than that, I don't think the Knicks tax is going to change. The Knicks tax is the Knicks tax. They're going to get charged for whatever they do. But that part, that the other part that I mentioned, as far as teams changing their mind or other people stepping in and going after players, that could happen. So I hear you on that part. Prezi the boss is in the building. What up, Prezi? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Said good afternoon at Still Knicks fans. Appreciate you. Deron Wayne says most likely we're going to start slow and finish strong. I could see that. Cardiac Knicks also said salute Ron, salute my diehards in the chat. Training camp only 3 weeks away. Let's effing go. Let's see. Hey, my guy Mega NYK is in the building. What up, Mega? Says salute and good afternoon to my guy Ron in the chat. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you as always. Let's see. Okay. Allah Wise is in the building. Salute Allah. And my apologies, man. I don't know, because I guess I just wasn't on. Like, I didn't have a show during that time. But happy belated birthday to you, brother. I know it was your birthday that just passed. So happy belated birthday to you. Hope you had a great time. Carrie Cox is in the building. What up, Carrie? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Knickerbocker is in the building. What up, Knickerbocker? Thank you for being here. Salute. Hey, Double A says, Ron, you ready to hang with your dog? Double A, looking to kick it with you, my brother, with my brother. No, always, man. Always, no doubt. Look forward to having you up here. Dwayne Dennis is in the building. What up, Dwayne? Good to see you. Good afternoon to all. I hope everyone is okay. Enjoy the show. Thank you. Jay Boogie is in the building, man. What's going on, Jay Boogie? Appreciate you, my brother. He said, good morning. 3 capital G's, blessings, health, and happiness on this beautiful day of life. Ron bringing us another great show. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Jay Boogie. Appreciate you, my brother. Nick Whitted in the building, or Nick Witt. My bad. I'm adding something to your name, but you know, it's a thought. Nick Whitted, you know what I mean? But anyway, Nick Witt is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Thank you. I think this is my first time seeing you in the chat. And if I'm correct, you know, salute to you. Thank you for being here. He said, good afternoon, Knicks champs 2025. I like that. Hey, my broski, my brother from another is in the building. He said, what's good, broski? Listening while heading to Hoops Heaven in New Jersey to bring Jaden to his 18U AAU game. Man, Jaden be working out there in them basketball streets, well, soccer streets, baseball streets. Jaden is doing a lot, y'all. Salute to my brother John, man, being a great dad and you know, going the extra mile, man, giving his kids opportunities that, you know, maybe we didn't have necessarily as kids, or you know, that sometimes, you know, opportunities are there, but it's hard. The means aren't right, or it's just not prevalent in your area. But thankfully, John is able to do what he's got to do for his kids, especially for Jaden, who's doing so much, you know, and taking him where he's got to go. Salute to you, my brother, and shout out to you, Jaden. Have a great day, my brother. You know, give him hell. Anyway, where else we at here? So, hey, D Coolest is in the building. What up, D Coolest 718? It's that theme from the dating game. You get it. You see the vision. Salute, brother. Yeah, that's my Wayne Brady. Yeah, that's me. By the way, have y'all seen Wayne Brady lately? He looks so different from the Wayne Brady I remember when he was younger. Time changes people, man. But hope he's doing well. Who else we got here? We got D Block in the building. What up, D Block? Appreciate you, my brother. And my apologies, bro, because I try to look back at the videos when I can. And I'm not perfect. And I'll tell you all that. If I miss you, I miss you. But last week I saw your name and I don't think I gave you a shout out. And it stuck with me because I'm like, you know what? I saw D Block's name, but I don't think I said what's up to D Block. So what's up to you, D Block, twice, my brother, because I missed you last week. Or maybe it was the Monday show. Either way, I missed you. So Prezi the Boss says big round with the dope in the Hulk, smash that like button and cap a SKF mug, pistol shot. Boom. I like that. Hey, my brother Randy, what's going on, bro? He said, "Will the Knicks be better than last year?" That's a good question. We'll chop that up in a minute. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook, my bro. Appreciate you. Nick Witt, let me start this, by the way. Nick Witt says, "I thought we were going to spiral down." Yeah, I mean, I thought I was a little worried myself, but hey, they stepped up, man. They did what they needed to do to at least get us, further into the playoffs and show that this team is a team. You know what I mean? Because another team that was dependent on one person or two people couldn't do that. But the Knicks have a team. We would have been better with those other people and could have made it further, but it is what it is. I hope I think Nick Witt, I think I'm with you on that because I don't think so either. A healthy Knick team, if we would have had OG, we might have just beat them. It's not even a question to me, but healthy Knick team, smash them, like you say. Prezi the Boss says huge void like we don't have Julius Randle. Hello, Ju Ferrigno will come back and help with a lot of the holes. The major issue is shoring up rebounding and rim protection. That's a good point. That's a fact, Prezi. Kerry said we ran out of gas with that Indy loss. Yeah, we did. Okay. Let me see. All right. Now it's stuck in my head. It's a catchy song. It's a catchy tune, as they say. Catchy tune. Space Ghost is in the building. Salute, Ron and SKF family. What's going on, Space Ghost? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, bro. Randu in the building. What up, Randu? Salute. He says, salute, Ron. Appreciate you. All right. Kev is in the building, co-host of the Nixon Ish. What up, bro? Yeah, man. The other day, was it 2 weeks ago? I think it might have been 2 weeks ago. I didn't have a show, so I said, you know what? I know these guys are gonna be on at the same time. I tuned in, and you wasn't there that day. I was like, man. Salute to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Okay. All right, let me start breezing through so we can get the show started. Animal Lex is in the building. Salute, Animal Lex. Hope you're doing good. What's up, brother? Says salute everyone. Ron never was a fan of Randle, but I'm curious to see how the Knicks play with him this coming season. I hear you. Okay, that's fair. Kerry says, is Mo Cheeks the assistant coach next to Tibbs? I don't think so. But who knows? It doesn't. I mean, really doesn't matter. Tibbs is the coach. It doesn't matter who's next to him. You know what I mean? He's going to call all the shots. I don't think it's him. I think it's Daddy Brunson. Yeah, I think it's Daddy Brunson. So, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you're feeling better now, brother. Good to see you. Okay. All right, cool. All right, I think we're good, people. I think we got through. Say what's up to everybody. If there's anybody out there that I missed, man, listen, I apologize, but it's not for lack of trying. It just is what it is. Going through the list here. Let me send the invite out there, the bat signal. Look at my guy jumping in. Knicks will be 2025-26 champs is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Said if a basketball genie made a deal, New York was guaranteed a title in the next 3 years, followed by 20 years of 15 win seasons. Would you take it? Honestly, I would. I know a lot of people would say no. No, I don't know. Maybe a lot of younger people may say no, but the older people will probably say yes. You know what I mean? Because we've seen everything. I just need to see a title. I mean, I have seen everything. I've seen the Knicks play really well. I've seen the Knicks get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I've seen the Knicks get to the NBA Finals. I just haven't seen them win it. So yeah, I mean, I guess I would do it, but that's also because remember, I'm a Giant fan, I'm a Met fan, I'm a Knicks fan. I've dealt with loss. Oh, but I'm not okay with it, but I can understand it. If I get a championship in the midst of it, that's a long time though, bro. 20 years or 15, that's a long time. I mean, even though I'm like, that's a long time. I don't know any being that's a long time, bro. I don't think a team could be that bad for 20 years. 15 win seasons. I don't know about that. But I hear where you're going with it. I don't yeah. Now I don't know. I have to even though I want to see a championship, I might have to double 20 years of 15 win seasons is bananas. I don't know about that. Because then this is nothing fun to talk about. It's a bad product for 20 years. Forget it. Still, Knicks fans will be done. I'll be like, nah, I ain't talking no more. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I have to second guess it now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know about that one, bro. Let's see. David Siff said, no way I take that deal. Yeah, Cardiac says it's impossible. Yeah, I can't see it happening, but it's a scenario. And Eric says, including losing Saquon Barkley. Yeah, that's a tough one, guys. But look, I'm gonna tell you like the people told me. No, but bottom line is, it didn't make sense for the Giants to really bring back Saquon Barkley. I think the only reason why they were entertaining trying to re-sign him was to try to save face. It still backfired on them, and he left a bad taste in his mouth about the organization. He didn't feel loved. He didn't feel respected. But unfortunately, they really shouldn't have signed him at that price. Now, if he would have came back at a lesser amount, then there's something to consider, but that devalues him. And as a running back at his not his advanced age, but at his age in the league, as far as running back years, he needs to get all the money he can get. So it looked bad and it wasn't handled appropriately, but it was the right thing to do, guys, because as you already see, it is what it is. We can hate if we want to hate, but let's be real about it. The Philadelphia Eagles are a good team. Right? They got a good defense. They got a good offense. They got a good defensive line. They got a good offensive line. Saquon is going to get busy over there. Did anybody think he wasn't? Saquon's going to get busy over there. It just is what it is. Saquon was getting busy with the Giants for the most part, knowing that we had no offensive line. Imagine a running back running and playing well out there with no offensive line, no proper blocking. He's having to pick up blocks more often than not because you don't have somebody reliable back there. Now he goes to Philadelphia and they got guys. We got to expect him to be good. That's the whole point. But it sucks. It does stink. It does stink. But anyway, the bottom line, my point was the Giants really needed to work on making that offensive line better. And bringing in somebody like Brian Burns on the defensive line really helps too. So if you tell me, would I rather have Saquon Barkley for like 35 or 36 million, whatever the hell he got from the Eagles, and the same crappy offensive line and no Brian Burns? No. Listen, that offense, you think that the Giants are bad now, like they would have been worse with no offensive line. Daniel Jones would have been running for his life. Once again, we wouldn't be able to see anything he can do. At least this year he has a chance. He has a chance to say, look, I can play quarterback in this league. Do I think the Giants should keep him after this year? No. This should be the last year of Daniel Jones. I don't care what he does. But at least he has a chance. The offensive line can give him some time. You know what I mean? And then they got some good wide receivers. They drafted well with the neighbors, and then bringing in Brian Burns to help solidify. I mean, the Giants' defense is good, except for the secondary. The secondary is a question mark, but they did bring back Adoree Jackson, so hopefully that helps. We'll see. Anyway, you guys know I could be talking about this forever, but this is still Knicks fans. All right, it is what it is. Where was I? All right, let me put this in the chat like I said I was going to do. Paste. Boom. Okay. Nah, Kerry, they couldn't have, bro. Listen, they had to. At some point, somebody's got to fix this mess, Kerry. Like, it would have been nice to have Saquon, but what's the point of paying Daniel Jones $200 million, paying Saquon Barkley 30-something million, and having no offensive line? The offensive line was trash, atrocious. You got one good offensive lineman and a center, because we have no other protection on the offensive line, couldn't even really develop and come into his own in Schmitz. This year, maybe Schmitz will show us what he really is, which why we drafted him. You know, our left tackle is one of the best in the league, so hopefully he can go back to that. And now we got some people to kind of fill in the other spots. This is a better look for this Giant team. This gives us a chance to at least develop, you know, to get better, to see what our wide receivers have, to see what Daniel Jones can actually do out there. Like I said, doesn't matter whatever he does. He could throw for 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. I still want him out. But now he's got a shot, at least. Yeah, I saw it. Marvin says Saquon is a generation talent. The Giants messed up. I don't think they did, Marvin. This is you guys got to understand, man. We've been Giants fans for a long time. We drafted Saquon. We seen what he could do because early on we had an offensive line, and then it dissipated, right? With no offensive line, you're just wasting Saquon Barkley's years, and you're wasting the Giants' opportunity to get better because we're not addressing other things because we're paying money to two spots like Daniel Jones and him, and they're not the spots where we should be focusing on. There's just a mistake. Sometimes teams make them, and it really happens a lot in football when it comes to running backs. All right, Sharice Duncan is in the building. Salute to you. Are you an Eagle fan, Sharice? It's okay. It's all right. Said Knicks going to the finals with Macau and OG. I hope you're right. That's what I want to see. Kerry says Giants only winning 7 games this year. Maybe so, but at least that gives them a shot to get a quarterback. So Prezi says, Ron, as of the official Knicks site, no one has been upgraded to associate head coach yet. They do have to update it though, but I don't see any info about whether Mo Cheeks or Rick Brunson. Yeah, they haven't said anything about it. I'm just gonna assume that Rick Brunson will get the nod only because he was on the sidelines with them. It looked like he was instrumental in some things that happened with the team. And Mo Cheeks is coming in a I get not like a favor, but he's coming in a little bit of a lesser role. Because if you guys know the role that Mo Cheeks had before he came here, he got demoted from his original role. So I mean, this is like it's not. I want to say it's a lifeline, but it's like hey man, we know who you are. We'll show you some love and come on over because we know you can help us. I don't know if that necessarily means he's an associate coach though. That's all I'm saying. David says I am a New York Giants fan, but they have been mostly unwatchable since 2013. Yeah, I mean, because they got some things that they have not addressed and haven't taken care of. You got to deal with that. Yes, D Coolest O-line has sucked for over 10 years now. Same issue every year, O-line and the defensive secondary. That's why I'm saying at some point you got to make a hard decision and fix that because it doesn't matter who you got there. Saquon is eventually going to he'll sign the money because he's a Giant and he'll do what he needs to do to be here, but then eventually he's going to start regretting it. He's going to look back at his years as a Giant and say, man, I had a lot of years that were wasted because I didn't have an offensive line to protect me, to block for me. Like, it just don't make sense. And that is a waste of talent because he's a monster. He definitely needs to be able to show what he can do. Yeah, they were kind of stuck. You're right, though, Marvin. D-Ras in the building. Salute, D-Ras. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. Black coffee, no sugar with ginger and clove. There you go. Rome from Far Rock in the building. Danny Jones needs to go. I hear you. I used to be a big fan of like giving him a shot and saying that the offensive line is bad, but it's been too many years of it. It's time to go. Okay, but if they would have paid Barkley and got rid of Daniel Jones, they still would have had a bad offensive line. That's my point. Without an offensive line, it's a wasted pick. And then everybody in the end would have said, "Man, the Giants really did nothing with." Because if you look at it, you only got really 2 or maybe 3 good years out of Saquon Barkley, doing his thing, because he hasn't had blocking. Later, we'd be like, "Man, we had one of the best players that never really showed his potential because he was with the Giants because we didn't have an offensive line." Just got to fake. You got to fix things and make it better first. Yeah, that's sad. All right, let me bring my guy in here. Sam, what's going on, brother?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm posted up. As you can see, I got the nice little highway in the background. I'm at the law school right now for the next 20 minutes. Then they got some type of like beach day for the Black Law Students Association that I'm in. So I've got a little bit of time, to talk some Knicks basketball. I know it's been a few weeks. I said I was gonna be a regular, but this semester is as you know, life is unpredictable, school is unpredictable, so we're here.
Yeah, man. No, it's good to see you though, bro. I'm not listen, man. You do what you can do when you can do it, man. We appreciate having you here chopping up. I appreciate you. But hey, real life is first, and you got to do what you got to do and dedicate yourself and continue to strive to be the best that you can. So keep doing your thing, brother. We appreciate you.
How's everything been with you, Unc? You been good?
I can't complain, man. Just trying to enjoy the last bits of whatever this summer is. But we're getting into that fall weather, and I like the fall weather. That's my favorite time of the year. Fall and a little bit of spring, but really fall is the jam. So,
man, listen, it's already over here. It's 58 degrees.
Ooh,
58.
I don't even know if I want to hear that.
I don't know how we were getting 80 degrees. Like you were saying earlier, we were getting sunshine. And it seems like, this weekend it just went to like 60. The high is 60 for today. I mean, that's why they said beach day, but I'm like, it's not really beach weather. And then, it's always windy up here in Chicago because we're right off the water, Lake Michigan and all that. So it's even more colder than it really says. So I'm just hoping for the best.
Yeah. Well, like I said, enjoy it, man. Sorry, my fault. What did it just move? Yeah, it did. My fault. Shout out to you, Kerry. He said Barkley and Neighbors would have made Daniel Jones look like a star. Yes, but with no offensive line, Daniel Jones will have no time, and Neighbors would be screaming at the GM like, "What are we doing here?" You want to see a young, talented wide receiver turn into an Odell Beckham Jr. immediately? Give him no offensive line. Don't give the quarterback time to throw to him. Watch how he changes up. See, we don't want that. We want Neighbors to be happy. Neighbors is happy. Neighbors performs. Raheem in the building. What up, Raheem? Salute to you. Hope you're doing well. He said this roster is built for Tibbs. No excuses. Now we have a 3-year window, but every year is championship or bust. That's fair. That's a fair point. What you think about that, Sam?
Oh, can you hear me? I don't know what you said.
Yeah. I hear you.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I think we're probably still on that. I wouldn't necessarily say 3. I'd go more to 3 to 4. But yeah, I think the Knicks are probably, that's on that window as far as what they have tips for, what we've got these guys in their prime for. And I'm looking towards seeing the Knicks once they get, some other things situated, try to get these extensions knocked out with Randle and Bridges. Then I think that'll be, more of a solidifier for you to say 3 to 4 years as far as that championship window. But we've got to address those first before I really, just lock the Knicks down for that. So, but I would say it's more of an immediate thing as far as, the group that we've got here and the age and things of that nature. So you just hope to see what this team can do, especially under Tibbs while he's still here, because we don't know who's next in line now with Johnny Bryant being gone.
I agree. I do agree. We'll got to see what it shakes out to be. Let me get my guy in here. Double A, you ready? No, not yet. When he gives me when he's ready, you'll let me know. Oh, he's ready now. Double A.
Hey, what up, fellas? Sorry about that. I was
What's
having
going on, brother?
some technical difficulties. What's up,
Yeah,
Sam?
you good? You good?
How you doing?
Good, good. How you fellas doing? Been a minute. Had a little vacay.
It
We
has.
were up north, up there in PA, man,
Nice.
visiting some families. Got to see my grandkids. So it
Hey,
was a
that's dope.
nice time. Nice time. You
Did
know,
you
I
stay at
like
the
Philly.
beautiful Mount Airy Lodge?
No, nah. No, I had to take my. I wanted to take my grandkids to Dorney Park. I don't know if y'all up on that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
in
cool.
Allentown because I used to live in Allentown for like 10 years, so we're familiar with
Oh,
that area. My wife's family is up in that area, so we're
oh,
up there
okay.
for about a week. So it was cool, man. It was good to see some family, but ain't no place like home, man.
I hear that. I almost
Ain't
bought
no
a house
place
in
like
Allentown.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you should
But
have, man. I lived there for 10 years. Not Allentown. You want to live in the outskirts, like where
oh
Barkley
no, I
used to
know.
live.
That's it was a choice between Allentown and then I was thinking about Bethlehem. Is it
Oh
Bethlehem?
yeah, Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we
But yeah,
live
Bethlehem.
right
Yeah.
outside of Bethlehem,
Yeah, because
Parkland.
this was years ago before they built the casinos up there.
Oh,
That was
okay.
part of the draw for me. Like, oh, they're like, oh, we're building casinos, we're building all this up. The area is gonna be booming. But guess what year that was? I'll tell you, it was 2008. And guess what happened in 2008, folks?
Recession.
Stock market crashed and everything. So
Yeah,
there went the dreams of buying.
yeah, but you've been all right. See, what people got to understand, I'm a realtor. I'm a real estate agent here in Florida, and what people don't understand is it's like the opposite. The interest rate might be up there, but you'll notice the house prices are down because people wait for the interest rate to drop. But what happens as soon as the interest rate drop, all the people come out the woodwork trying to buy, and then the
Right.
inventory gets low, and then all the prices go up. So you can't win. But what I tell people, if you can find a deal, go ahead and do it because you can always refi. You know what I mean? You could always bring that interest rate down. You're not
Mm,
stuck on it, but you're stuck with the price. You
right,
know,
right, right.
you're
That's a
stuck with the
fact.
price.
That makes sense. Um, so let's see. Where do I want to start? I know where I want to start. You guys can chime in if you want to. You don't have to. I mean, you can chime in on certain parts of it. I'm gonna get a little bit more specific with it. So, but you don't have to co-sign what I'm saying about this. So, we've talked about this for a while. We continue to talk about it. And honestly, as I was looking at different things happening yesterday and then last night, this show was actually going to be different, right? But because I'm one of those people that likes to kind of look for things before especially when I'm coming up with topics, and how I'm going to talk on the show, everything, the Knicks community, we talk about similar things. But my point is, I try to come at things from a different angle or maybe talk about something a little different within topics, but sometimes we talk about similar things, right? But there's been some stuff going around as usual. That's every day it's something else. And at first I was like, oh, is this what's going on? Oh, we got to talk about this. But then I said, you know what? No, let me just keep looking because I know there's always more to a story. And that was the whole Julius Randle thing. Once again,
Ah.
people just cannot stop with this Julius stuff, right?
They need to get
So
off his back, man. I
they
mean,
they
it's
don't stop, brother. They don't stop.
oh
So
my
I'm
goodness.
looking at everything. Next thing I know, I see that uh there's a post with the pictures of the New York Knicks store, and there's no Julius Randle jerseys. So I obviously automatically people are like, "Whoa, what's going on? No Julius Randle jerseys, right?" And then you see a Twitter post from Julius, like basically, oh, hold on, let's see, expert reporting here. Oh, live on the scene. Let me see what we got. Then you see a post. Well, actually, let me do the whole thing, right? Let's get it cracking. Let's do it the right way. Where is it? Ping 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 ping. I don't think I saved it. Maybe I didn't save it. It doesn't matter. You guys know what a New York Knicks store looks like. I don't need to put that up there.
Yeah,
Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Anyway, so yeah, the picture was of a New York Knicks store, of the Knicks store not having any Julius Randle jerseys, right? And then let me just share this real quick. So then you got this from Julius Randle. The truth shall come to light. And then the other thing was on the picture of the Knicks store that didn't have any Julius Randle jerseys. Kendra Randle, his wife, put a couple of emojis like the big eyes with the covering the face, and then she put a couple of laughing emojis on it. So of course, the Knick Nation went wild. What's going on? And then we keep seeing trade scenarios every day about this player for Julius, and the Knicks need to make a move, and they're not going to be able to afford to pay him, and is he worth this, and can he fit it? What, like, the narrative just doesn't stop, right? So then, of course, with all that happening, everybody's going crazy. Wait a couple hours later, then people start posting pictures of the Knicks store, and there's Julius Randle jerseys all over the place. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Like, look, here's the thing. There's Knicks for clicks. This is not Knicks for clicks. As you can see, if you guys looked at the thumbnail today, the thumbnail said the energy is off. Y'all probably didn't know what that meant. When I said the energy was off, I meant Big Nick energy is off. Y'all know the channel, Big Nick Energy. Thousands and thousands of subscribers and followers. But they have a habit of jumping the gun. It looks like they like to be first to stuff rather than to be last, right? They do some interesting reporting on things. They jump out the window with controversial ideas for their merch. They've had some controversy earlier in the year where someone was, caught saying a lot of, making racist comments or racist statements. He was eventually fired, but throughout that whole saga, they had, good hosts of their YouTube show. I believe one was Joe. I don't know his full name, whatever. I think it's Joe. And then the other one was Mills Media. You guys, a lot of people are familiar with Mills Media. She's all over Instagram and also on X. And Mills Media, it's funny because I wanted Mills Media to be a part of Still Knick Fans, but she said that she couldn't do it because she got this gig with Big Nick Energy. And it was working good. I mean, they're a popular place. I mean, they go to John Stark's golf invitationals and all that stuff. They do a lot of things, but they have become a place where I don't think you can respect. I think they're the type of place where, like, they got a little too big for their britches. You know what I mean? Like, you start to do things and you don't have any integrity anymore. You report things, you don't verify things. You come up with stuff that merch that they came up with, the Joel Embiid with the messed up eye. Like, what are we doing? There's certain things that are cool. You want to big up your fan base, but you gotta have a little bit of tact. They don't have that. They just do whatever. And I don't like the fact that they feel like they've gotten a pass. Like that whole little racial thing that they got, they just fired that person, and then that was it. Like, people just get like, oh, everybody's like, oh no, I'm done with Big Nick Energy, I'm unfollowed. Well, listen, they still got 30,000 followers. People still be commenting on their post. So I don't know where all that outrage came from. My whole point is, like, they are what I think is not good about the community. And I feel comfortable in saying that. They don't have to like me. I don't have to like them. But that's my opinion. I'm just saying, guys, if you're looking for media or information, there's plenty of other places to get it from. If that's your only source, then you're not doing yourself a service. that's it. That's all I wanted to say about Big Nick Energy. But for you guys, what's your thoughts on the whole fact that this Julius Randle stuff just will not go away? And then when you get a little thing like this that feeds the flames, it makes everything get all blown out of proportion. And it's let this guy live, man. Sam, I'll go to you first because I know you're on limited time too. What's your thoughts, man? How we gonna move on from this, bro?
To be honest with you, Ron, this is the first time, and maybe it's because I stay out of the loop, but I actually don't know anything about that page. I mean, because for me, I just pretty much try to stay away from all the debating and all the the nonsense. I just keep it strictly basketball, and if they're reporting on that, I'll usually follow those accounts. But outside of that, I just keep it pretty much just straight and narrow on that. But I think the media has just been trying to have its way with Julius Randle for pretty much his whole time as a Knick. And for me, I'm still going to keep the same stance as I have since the end of last season, which is we were a very solid team without Randle even playing. This is a guy who averages pretty much 20 and 10 on any given night for multiple seasons back to back now. And this is a guy who was pretty much doing really well. He was meshing really well with Jalen, Brunson, and OG for the limited time that we were able to see that. So I don't think that any fan really will want to move off of Randle. It's going to be more so the terms of that contract negotiation and how that goes. But that's something that we as fans can't control and have no say-so in. So just from a fan's perspective, I'm looking forward to seeing Randle with this team next year because, I mean, we have additional pieces that I think will even enhance his game and ability to show his strengths to this team with Mikal Bridges, and now also him having the start of the season with OG Anunoby. I think that's also a plus. As most fans, we're just concerned with the center spot, but I just have to trust Leon Rose at this point that something's going to get done, or they believe in Mitchell Robinson's health. Either or both would be nice. But I don't really take too much into it. I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think that they're going to try to do what they can to keep a homegrown guy, maybe not necessarily homegrown, but a guy who's been there from the start of it, and Julius Randle with this team moving forward, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's the case, man. He's very undervalued, man. Like, I know he hasn't been perfect, but he's been a much better teammate, a much better person as far as how he carries himself over the past year and maybe about a year and a half almost. But like, we got to move on from that stuff. We can't like, as I've said in the past, like, nobody's perfect, right? And you want people to be better or do better, but if you don't give them a chance, like, what's how can you make expectations if you don't work with people? Like, it's like in life and relationships, if you make a mistake or you say the wrong thing or you do the wrong thing, you want a chance to redeem yourself. If you think you're a good person, I mean, some people don't care, but like, you want a chance to redeem yourself. You want that person to respect you. Like, I'm trying to be better. I'm changing, or I'm doing this. Doesn't Julius Randle deserve the same thing from us as fans? Like, a lot of things were going on with Julius. New baby, the fans were going crazy on him. There was people disrespecting his family in the stands. There was a lot going on. His game wasn't necessarily up to par the way he wanted it to be. There was stuff going on. Like I said, he didn't handle it the best way, but he that was it's like he's removed from that time. Like, he's been much better. So anyway, Double A, what's your thoughts on this stuff, man? I know you have an opinion about it.
Do I have an opinion?
Look, and while you're doing that, I'm just going to bring my guy Kev up because I don't want him to stay backstage waiting. What up, Kev?
What up, guys? What's going on, man? How you?
All right,
chilling. Let me just get over to Double A, and then I'll get your thoughts on stuff.
No problem, bro. No problem.
Pretty much, Sam hit it on a noggin, man. And my point of view is this: look, most of the people, Knicks fans that are calling for Julius Randle to be traded or whatever, these are people that are stuck. They're on the new flavor, okay? The new flavor is the Villanova. Well, let me give you a news flash. As good as a player Josh Hart is, he cannot fill Julius Randle's shoes. If you want an example, just look at the playoffs against Indiana when OG went down and we had to put him on my man, what's his name? Pascal Siakam. Okay, Siakam ate him up because for all his tenacity, You know, Josh Hart is 6'5". Okay, you go against 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" people, you're gonna get your lunch served. I don't care who you are. All right, Julius Randle, when nobody wanted us, he wanted us. He came to us, and he took the responsibility of leading our team. And basically, when we made it up to the playoffs, that wasn't good enough for a lot of fans. Okay, they didn't realize, you know, looking at the playoffs, that Julius Randle was all we had. The reason why we were in the playoffs was because of Julius Randle. Okay, but once we got to the playoffs, all right, the gig is up. You're playing one team. They know your strengths. They know your weaknesses. Okay. You're playing them almost every other night. So they got you. Okay. Of course he's going to get exposed because he's all we had. You know, our coach, you know, he pretty much changed our team around, because then he took what you call it out of the starting lineup and put in Rose. His excuse was to get some, you know, offense in it. But you know, you disturbed the whole flow. You know, Peyton was our anchor on defense, man. He was the one, our point of attack on defense. You took that away from us, and then you gave. If you notice, before that, my man wasn't getting off as he was, but once Rose got in there, he was too slow. I'm talking about Derrick Rose. He was too slow to keep up with Trae Young. He just couldn't do it. But you know, Julius Randle, look, for what I get, James Dolan is a big Julius Randle fan. And there it is. He's the owner. So in my book, if Julius Randle wants to go, he's going to go. He's going to get traded. But I think it's all on Julius Randle. It's not that the Knicks want to get rid of him. I mean, they see what, you know, most Knicks fans with sense can see, that you just don't throw away a 25 and 10 player. But, you know, some of these fans, they're ready to trade him for a bag of potato chips, man. You know what I mean? And it's, come on, man. You know what I mean? The guy showed that he can play with OG Anunoby. And I'm saying, don't get hung up with this Villanova stuff. Okay? Because to me, by them going after Bridges, they didn't address our spot that we needed addressing in the offseason. Not now, like right before preseason starts, where all the prices go up and you're now in desperate mode, and teams know you're in desperate mode, so they're going to build up the prices sky high. You know, we knew we were going to lose our backup center. We knew Mitchell Robinson had surgery at the end of the season, and we knew he might not come back in time. We knew all this. So what happened? Who dropped the ball? You know, if anybody, you know, could argue, okay, Jericho Sims, Hakaporti, hey, as a backup, I'm willing to give it a chance. But as a starter, and, you know, and there's a lot of people that say, you know, we're such a good team, Ron, we could throw away games early in the season. Oh, it's all right. You know, we can play, you know, we'll get by, blah, blah, blah. Come on, bro. Teams are better in the Atlantic Division. Teams are better in the Eastern Conference, okay? We got to play, and we got to play every night. You know, let's not get into that. Let's remember the Brooklyn Nets with Durant and you know, the big three, all right? Everybody had them going into the Eastern Finals. What happened to that? You got to play the game, bro. Stats look good on paper, lineups look good on paper, but you got to play the game. You got to flow, and you got to start from the jump street. And center, as much as people look at center like a afterthought, it's a very important position, especially in the Knicks lineup. You know, Tom Thibodeau is advanced minded coach, and his center is the anchor of his defense. And we had a really good shot this year, man, with OG and Bridges there. I mean, we never had been set up that way for defense, Ron. We never been set up that way, you know. And so I just feel that Randle has gotten a really bad break. And I'm one of them that feel 100% without a doubt that if Randle was playing for us, we would have blazed by the Pacers. The Pacers would have been no match for us if we had Julius Randle. So, man, you know, don't be so quick to throw the guy away, man. Just for personal, it's personal. You know what I mean, Ron? It's like a hate. You hate the dude, man.
Right. I listen. I will say I agree with you a lot, Double A, on everything you said there. Maybe I have a little bit of a different take on the Macau thing, a little bit, but for the most part, everything you said, I agree with. I do think, however, though, that the Mikal Bridges thing needed to happen.
Oh no, I don't doubt that. I'm just saying that can't, that should have been the 100% emphasis.
But you know what I think? You know what I think happened, Double A? I think the Knicks did have at least a good enough relationship with the Nets to understand what the Nets were trying to do. And even if he didn't, and I'm not saying he would have, but even if he didn't get traded to the Knicks, I'm not sure that Mikal was going to stay a Net. There was talks that Houston wanted him. There was another team, and I forgot the other team there was another team that wanted him too. Damn, I forgot what the other team's name was, but I know Houston wanted him, and Houston was willing to give up some stuff. The Knicks just came to the board quicker with what they wanted to give up. So my whole thing is, I'm just saying, like, at some point, we've watched this happen before. When the Knicks wanted a player, they didn't go get him right away, and then he was gone. Or they wanted a player, and then the negotiations changed, and we thought we were going to have a player for like a month and a half, and then he wound up going to Cleveland. Sometimes when you want the guy you want, you just got to go get him. And I think that's one of the things Leon learned.
And I agree with you 100%.
But I hear you, though. I hear you. They should have addressed the center thing, but I don't know. It's a tough one. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let me get over to Kev. What's going on, Kev? How you feeling, brother?
What's going on, Ron? How you doing, man? How's everything? Good?
Hanging in there, brother. What's your thoughts on all this stuff, man?
I'm not surprised at all about all the clickbaiting that's going on with Julius Randle. I think it's never gonna end, because people gotta understand, when you mention Julius Randle in a negative way, bro, you're gonna get what you want: the viewing, clicks, the likes, the engagement. And I think that's what that account loves to do. They like to get engagement from people, and it's nasty work. The Nate Robinson, what they called him, a porch monkey. The stealing of the takes, stealing ideas and putting them on their own and say they did it, like stuff like that. It's just how they still get engagement. I don't understand how that works. But it is what it is. But the fan base ain't never gonna change, bro. It's sad, and it's not just Julius Randle. It's they did it to Eli Manning. They doing it to Daniel Jones now. They've done it to Saquon. I mean, they did it to Carmelo Anthony, Patrick Ewing. Carmelo Anthony had barely had maybe one or two good seasons where he had a couple of good teams, and then after that, forget it. The fan base switched up on him too. I think it's just up to Julius Randle, to come play the way he's supposed to play, keep doing what he's supposed to do, stay focused, leave all that negative shit behind you. I think by him just engaging in that post alone, he shouldn't have did that. That's my guy. I love Julius, but just why even pay attention to that? Because you're on a whole other atmosphere right now, bro. Like right now, what we got going on, we got something special here, a possible championship that we could win. You know what I mean? So I just think that Julius Randle needs to leave this fan base alone. Don't pay attention to them and just focus on what we got going, bro. And that's trying to do what you came here to do. You came here when we was winning 17? We had 17 wins one year with him.
Yep.
like you came here while we was doing that, bro. Come here and do what you said you was gonna do and help this team win a championship. Forget everybody else. Leave everybody else. Cut everybody off. Just focus on your team, and that's it, bro. Because these fans are gonna create bullshit narratives. Excuse my language. Narratives just to get what they want, bro. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is here in New York. You know what I mean? And I think it's nasty work, bro. I think the fan base, I was happy when Julius Randle gave them the thumbs down and told them to shut the F up. I was so happy, bro. Because finally somebody needs to stick up for themselves. because it's 1 year he does great, and then the next year y'all flip on him, y'all want to trade him, yeah, disrespecting his family like y'all was saying earlier. It's just nasty work. And the fan base gotta look themselves in the mirror too and say, yo, we gotta do something different here, bro, because we got something special going on and we can't mess that up, bro. Like they already putting players against each other. Oh, Julius Randle's not following Jalen Brunson, and there's this. Stop it. Just stop. Why can't we this is the best team we've had in God knows how long. And this is what y'all create. It's nasty work. It doesn't make sense. Why can't we just say positive things about this team and enjoy them? I've never been so happy as a Knicks fan, bro. I'm dying for this season to start already, bro. I am dying for this season to start because I want to see my guys go out there and just shut everybody up. It's sad that we got to even shut our own fan base up. Y'all don't even believe on your own team. Y'all don't believe in your own team. You got a guy in Jericho Sims sitting there on the bench. Y'all won't give him a shot. Y'all won't give him a shot. No. I don't understand it. The kid is a talented player, but now let's go get this guy. Let's go get that. Give him a shot. Y'all did the same thing to Deuce McBride. Y'all didn't want him. He was a G League material. He was never an NBA player, and boom, the kid exploded. All he needed was time and people to be patient. That's what you have to be with these young players. You have to be patient. You have to give them time. It takes time for them to develop. You don't develop. Sometimes it takes players 3, 4, 5 years.
Kev.
But he needs time. Yes.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, but do you think that some of the chatter about, Jericho Sims comes from people knowing the coach that we have? Because the truth be told, man, Tibbs is getting a lot of credit for I guess he doesn't deserve. It's undeserved credit for Deuce. Okay, Deuce became Deuce on his own. He sat there. He didn't fuss. He didn't bitch. He worked on his game, and when he got an opportunity, he blew up. And they're talking about, Tibbs developed him. Tibbs did not develop him, and we wouldn't have seen what we seen from Deuce if injuries didn't force that situation. And it's the same situation with Sims. I thought Sims was going to get the backup job when we traded when we signed Isaiah. That year we signed Isaiah Hartenstein that year because Sims played pretty well because he had some situations that year where he showed out against Atlanta. We had sick man Nerlens Noel in the game. He was getting eaten up by Capella and Collins. All of a sudden, we put Sims in there, and he went to work. So I thought, Sims was going to get that backup. But a lot of this non-development talk, man, a lot of it is because we know, bro. We can get anybody here, and chances are they ain't going to see the light of day because that's the type of coach we got. Now, hey, I'm for one that was always harping about giving young guys. People tell you, I'm like, play Deuce. You can tell me this guy don't deserve 10, 12 minutes backing up Brunson so you can rest this man so you don't have to play this guy 40 minutes a game. And finally, he got a break. But what I'm saying is a lot of the talk, Kev, is because we know the coach we got and how he rolls.
I got to disagree because a lot of these players say the complete opposite. They say he makes the work hard. You got to earn your spot. It is what it is. That's the type of coach he is. And when you earn your spot and get that opportunity, you got to jump on it. That's the way Coach Tibbs is, man. He's hard on his players, but all his players are all in on what he wants to do, whether they play or not. You know what I mean?
Doubt. But if you notice, the ones that are backing him, the ones that are saying all this, these are vets. They're getting their time. They know their spots. They're getting their minutes.
But even Deuce says it though. So he's really like what? 3 years in, 4 years in.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think this is the 4th year.
Yeah. So you hear Deuce bigging up Tibbs all the time. You know what I mean? But you had guys like Emmanuel Quickly in front of him. You had Clayton Grimes in front of him. You had the other players in front of him. So of course he's gonna have to wait his turn. And once they traded Emmanuel quickly, his opportunity opened, and he had to take a full advantage of it, which he did. You know what I mean? But for people to say that Tibbs didn't develop him, I kind of disagree with that, because who drafted him? Tibbs drafted him. You know what I mean? Tibbs made him put all that work in, sending him to the G League, bringing him back. You know what I mean? He will tell you himself all the work Tibbs makes him go through. So I don't know. I kind of disagree with that.
I will say, not to cut you off, Kev, but you know, the stove is on, y'all, because Kev's cooking. I was gonna say the same thing, but you said it before me. The point is, and I know where Double A is going with it, because that's kind of been the knock in the narrative, and I've said it too with regards to Tibbs. How I've always felt like Tibbs knows how to get the best out of proven talent, like the stars.
No
Tibbs
doubt
knows exactly what buttons to push. The guys that are in between, he knows how to kind of, you know, show them, okay, this is what these guys are doing. This is what I need you to work on. You can get to that level. I always question exactly how he moves with the rookies, with the younger guys that haven't developed their talent yet, that don't know who they are yet in the league. However, the only thing with Deuce is that Deuce is a Tibbs guy. Tibbs loves talking about Deuce, and Deuce in turn loves talking about Tibbs. And the thing with him, which is what I was going to say, that you did say, is they kept Deuce on a two-way contract, I believe, for 2 years. Sometimes, a lot of times, you know, guys get on that two-way, they show something or they don't show something. Either they're on the team or they get, you know, picked up and get a real contract. They kept Deuce for 2 years on that two-way so he can continue to work, because that's the whole thing. I referenced this on MBK the other day with Huck Porty, but it's a separate thing. At least when they say, you know, we'll put you on that two-way, you got 40 games with us, 40 games with them, you're going to go and play and be active and still work, rather than me giving you the contract, staying on the bench and just sitting there and watching. You get practice, yes, but the two-way is sometimes, the way they're using the two-way these days, it's more like a blessing. You know, it's like a little different. So I think that there has been some stuff going on with Deuce, and then there's the other side of it that, you know, I had to start thinking about myself. I'm guilty of it too. Practice happens, and when the practice is going on, not only are you trying to practice to get the starters in game shape, the key players in game shape for what they need to do, but you want to talk to your guys that are the second unit, because you want, listen, I want you to do this. I want you to push Jalen to his right. Do this. I want that. This is what a coach is going to tell players to focus on. So I don't doubt that Tibbs has probably been talking to Deuce as well as other players, telling them what he wants to see in practice. And if they do it, that's development. So I had to look at it a little bit on a smaller level. Like, he's still a coach, and I'm sure he's talking to these guys, telling them different things he wants to see. And sometimes I don't know how slick Tibbs is. Tibbs may say, listen, you know, DiVincenzo has shown he likes to do this. I want you to play him, push him this way and do this. And then when you come back, put a little pressure on him and drive to the basket. Start making him move his feet, which, you know, and Deuce may not even be thinking. What he's trying to tell Deuce is, I want you to put pressure on him, but I really want you to keep working on your first step, because your first step is slow. I want you to get to the basket, start doing, you know, Deuce is now doing one-handed crossovers. You know, he's somehow getting to the rim, and he always had a problem doing it. That was his knock. So I'm just saying, we don't know, because as much as we want to say we look at everything, what we don't see is practice. We don't see the training camp. So I want to give him a little love, Double A. I hear you, but I was doing the same thing. And I said, you know what? Let me take a step back.
And Ron, real quick, people forget he developed Emmanuel quickly, RJ Barrett. Like, as soon as those guys came in, those guys got minutes. Right. I mean, not maybe Emmanuel quickly, maybe not right away, but he worked himself to that point where he started gaining trust from Tom Thibodeau.
Right. You know? Hold on, because I know Double A wanted to say something, but the other thing I did want to say with that is, listen, nobody's perfect, and sometimes you can have a plan for development and your plan is wrong. Right.
Right. Yeah.
I do think that they have made some choices that were wrong. They have decided one year they decided to bulk everybody up. That was wrong. It didn't work for anybody. You know what I mean? Julius pretty much was already bulked up, but he put on a little weight, but he knew that wasn't his like, he's like a fighter. That wasn't my playing weight. So he shed that quickly. He's a beast. But RJ got slower, right?
No,
Mitchell Robinson got slower too when he put on those pounds. He said, "Oh no, this ain't working. I gotta cut this." So I'm saying sometimes they come up with a plan and it don't work. Sometimes they got you with certain trainers to work on certain things, but that ain't really what you should be working on. It looked like it at the time. No, that was wrong. They messed up a couple times with who they had RJ working with, in my opinion. And I think they have grown and learned a lot. And maybe having different players like Dante, Hart, and Jalen on the team and who they work with and how they work may have helped them see, oh, okay, maybe they should be working on different things. Why you think freaking Jericho Sims is working with Mike Bibby? Really? Mike Bibby?
Yo, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's
There's differences there. Something's different.
Yo, and then you see him now, he got that, he's trying to be like, he got that little backup pull-up, you know, the fadeaway jump shot. I'm like, okay, if you start making that, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just understanding a little bit more, you know, with time, some of these players, what they might need. We went the wrong way. Let's look at it differently. Double A, what were you going to say? And then I want to get over to Sam.
Okay, basically, first of all, let me first straighten it out. I'm with whatever Tibbs want to do, okay, because I'm faithful to the Knicks. So I came to terms. I'm the type of person, I feel that you need to mix it up. You need to have players you've developed on your squad and keep developing. Development to me is that. You develop a player, he's on your team. What good if you develop and he ain't with you no more? What good is that? So to me, when I think of development, I think of the Denver Nuggets, okay? They developed Jokic. They drafted him, developed him, Murray. They drafted him, development. Okay, team. That's what I'm talking about, development. But as far as Tibbs, got none for love. Do it your way, baby, because you're taking us there. I hope so. All right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But, no, but I do hear you,
that's
though.
What I mean
I
by
hear what you're saying, though.
That's what I mean by development. Because, look, fellas, the clock is ticking, okay? You can go either two ways, man. You can go the way a lot of teams are doing. They drafting a lot of young talent, and they going with them. They're playing with them. They're taking the losses. But we're going to, we're going back to this way. We built this team. Our starting five, none of the guys in our starting five, except for Mitch, we drafted or developed, right? Everybody we traded for or we signed, okay? But, hey, that's the way we got to do it. That's the way we got to do it. But this is how we got to roll now for the next 4 years. We stuck. We stuck with OG, with Bridges, with Brunson, and I ain't complaining. I love every one of them, and I wanted every one of them on this team. But what I'm saying is you can go either way, and we're not going that way. The Knicks are not drafting and looking to build a team through the draft and bringing people in. No, because that's the type of coach we got. But, I ain't complaining about it, man,
Hey, listen. I mean, look, I hear what you're saying, though, but you are right. We are definitely at that point where it's no more. The development is not a high concern these days, and we're not worrying about draft picks, even though this next draft might be a good one. But it is what it is. We already got a good team. We can't be greedy. It is what it is. Right. Let me get over to Sam, but I just wanted to say what's up to a couple people, and then I still see the question, Randy, that you have put out there. I hope you're still here or watching on Facebook. I'm gonna get to it. We got 148 people watching across all platforms. Salute to y'all. 108 on YouTube. Please smash that like button if you haven't already done so. I believe L is letting me know that we only have 45 likes. Come on, people. What we doing out here in these streets? Come on, y'all. Please smash that like button. Show some love. And shout out to everybody on X. Appreciate you. Please share the show with your peoples. Retweet it, share it, however you got it up. And show the love. I know you guys can't like or subscribe over there on X, but you can always come over to YouTube and do that over here if you want. Appreciate y'all. Okay, now that being said, I also want to say real quick, shout out to my guy Shy Legacy in the building. Salute. Shout out to Travel Vibes. What's going on, brother? Shout out to Alex Scalavino in the building. Salute. Shout out to my guy Tony Rivera in the building. Salute. Juan B is here. What's going on, Juan B? He said that's the Nova Knicks narrative being pushed. Randle is out of the group. Wouldn't be surprised if he does get traded. Where there's smokes, there's some fire somewhere. I don't know. I believe they're trying to start narratives, but I don't believe in all that.
I
Marvin
seen
Smith
that.
is in a bit. What up, Marvin? Been a Knicks fan since early '80s. Never a player like Randle gets such hate from the fans. I know, it's crazy.
I seen some brotherhood on this show, Ron. What about you? When Julius was on their podcast, I thought they got along very well.
Dude, these guys love each other, man. And I mean, I'm using it loosely, like, you know, but they love each other. I think they have a really good camaraderie, and I think they all want to win. I think the biggest thing that we confuse sometimes with regards to these Nova Knicks, them dudes want to win, man. They want to win. Like Jay Wright instilled winning in those guys. So, you know, let's see where it goes, man. L says today's chat is fire. Y'all are awesome. Salute. Drip Moore in the building, the preferred barber of Still Knicks fans and the Knicks community. Let's go, Drip Moore. Appreciate you, brother. All right, now let me go over to Sam. Sam, hopefully you didn't forget what you were going to say. Oh, and also shout out to my guy JT Riddick in the building. What up, JT? Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, Ron, I was gonna tell you I was gonna take off, man.
It's good to see you, bro.
Having me on the show. Yeah. Appreciate you guys for having me on the show, man.
So you back on Mondays?
Yeah, we back on Mondays, yeah, for sure.
All right. So once again, guys, please show some love to Kev. His show is he's one of the co-hosts of Nick and Ish. And also, you know, stay tuned because their show will be on one of these content creator spotlights that I do on YouTube and on Instagram. Their time is coming. I just got to start getting through everybody. Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy y'all weekend.
You too, brother.
You too,
meeting
bro.
you.
Take it easy.
All right, man. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Sam.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm glad that you right on time with me, because I was just about to head out. So I'm glad
I figured.
Right back around to me. I wanted to make sure I didn't leave you guys without saying this. So yeah, just in just my 2 cents on that conversation. Like I've been saying, pretty much the whole summer, the best case scenario for this Knicks team, especially considering, these extensions and talks of that with different players we have on the roster, is for a guy like Sims to have a Deuce McBride type leap. I mean, that's kind of what we hope for, is that, the guys within, that's what we draft them for, is for them to develop. So we're not out here forcefully, having to trade for these guys. Because like you said, the price is going to be kind of steep with this team, no matter when we do it, because teams around the league know the Knicks situation, and they know that we need to get a center if Sims does not show any improvement. So that price is going to be steep as far as what we're going to have to pay to get another center acquired on this team, whether it be Walker Kessler, Nick Richards, or, a guy like Jonas Valanciunas, who they know that team is going to try to get up off him, and they want to get good return for him because they know he's still a contributable piece in the league. So, I'm looking forward to see one of these guys that we've got within Huck Porty or Sims, hopefully be able to show some flashes and be a consistent role for us. But I still don't know what Mitchell Robinson is going to look like, if he's even going to be ready for this next season. So that might be something that is a determining factor for when they do pull the trigger. If he's not ready to go, I think that you look to see the Knicks try to capitalize on, if they can't get anything out of Sims, bring a guy in like a Nick Richards, somebody, or a Valanciunas, depending on what the offer is for him, to spell away those games. Because we saw last year, we had to rely on Isaiah Hartenstein for a bulk of games last year, even leading into the postseason, because Mitchell was not available to play. So if that's something that they have to deal with to the start of this season, I see them to try to look around the league potentially for some guys. If not, probably going to go a lineup of Achua and Sims, spelling that center role. I don't really see them. I don't see them putting Randle there. And that's why I said AA. I don't really want that to be the case. But we never know, because we weren't.
They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball, man. They dropped the ball on this.
We weren't feeling too hot about Deuce playing until he got burned. So, and then Deuce showed that he deserves of more minutes. So, that's what I'm saying. The best case scenario is one of those guys to pop. If not, I look at them to try to get a guy like Nick Richards. Valanciunas is on the very high end, in my opinion, because they're going to probably want a first-round pick, if not one of our developing young players like a Deuce McBride. And I don't think the Knicks really want to part ways with him this soon. So we'll see.
Don't we have Washington's draft pick?
That's not, because of the protection rights on it. It's not really worth much. Like, none of those picks are really worth much because of the protections on them. So we're not even really expected to get those picks. Like, they would have. That's why I said I'm rooting for all these teams that we have picks for to actually be good, because of the way of their protections, we won't even see those picks anyway. Because if Washington's still bad, pretty sure that was like a lottery protected pick. So we wouldn't see it anyway. They'd have to make the playoffs for us to see that pick. So it's no point of
I think
really,
some of them are really late though, Sam.
yeah,
I
but
think I think one is 18 and another one is 13 or something like that, ain't it?
but even still, like that, I wouldn't really rely on the protected picks. Like we have a few of them, but like I said, unless they're able to move that in the trade, that team's going to want a promising player along with the pick. They're not just going to take the pick because it's not unprotected. So if you're going to do something like that, unless you're able to get a steal, which I haven't seen yet, then they're going to probably have to add one of these promising young guys that we got on the roster in order to get a center back, which I'm hoping that they don't have to do. Like I said, that's pretty much the last case scenario. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm gonna try to get up out of here. There's a lot I got going on for the rest of the day, so I'm glad I was able to stop by and talk.
Oh yeah, man, good
for
to
a little
see you,
bit,
brother.
'cause I don't know when the next time I'll be able to join, because this month is looking booked, man.
Hey.
Like I always say, with anything in life, it's not that you have to do something, it's that you get to do it. So I'm in a position where I'm blessed to be able to get to do these things. So I've blessed to be put in this position, so I can't complain about it. It's just stuff that I've got to do and knock off to get to where I want to be. So with that being
appreciate
said,
you, bro. Listen,
I hope you guys have a blessed weekend.
You
I
too,
hope
brother.
to be back soon. Like I said, it all depends, but I'm gonna try to get back, as often as I can, especially with the season getting closer and closer.
Hey,
Yeah,
man, do what you can when you can, Sam. Most important is to continue to work towards, being the man you want to be and fulfilling your dreams and your goals, man. But we here to support you no matter what you do. And, there'll always be a spot for you, man. So we'll look forward to the next time.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Peace and blessings. And like I always say, health, wealth, and prosperity to everybody in the chat and your panel and you guys' families and things of that nature. And I'll try to be back as soon as I can, guys. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right,
brother. Later. Hey, man, that's Sam the Grandy man.
Right. This is my whole viewpoint on a center position. I'm all for giving Jericho. I've been a Jericho Sims fan. Like I said, I thought that before they signed Hartenstein, they were going to give Jericho the backup center role. But, that didn't work out. But what I'm saying, if we got to go with that as far as backup, hey, man, give him a shot. We got to find out once and for all, he's taking up a spot on this team. So we got to find out if he's going to be worth it or whatever. But when you turn around and talk starter, to me, that's a different story. Now we're talking about putting hubcaps on our Cadillac. We got a Cadillac going on now, man. We got a team, Ron. Julius Randle at power forward, OG at small forward. I mean, this is a dream Knicks team. So I could see how a lot of people are excited about this Knicks team. And when you put in a healthy Mitch Robinson, hey, the expectations and dreams can be even higher. You know what I mean? But the thing is, bro, we know and they've known for years that Mitchell Robinson has been somebody that we can't say we can count on. Even when healthy, even when 100%, it can be tick, 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 tock, tick, tock. It's like a ticking time bomb. When it's finally, it's going to be that time where Mitchell Robinson is going to miss, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. You know what I mean? You want to have somebody of quality to put in there. And that's, unfortunately, I think the league has been wrong in Isaiah's situation because you get a guy like Isaiah Hartenstein that didn't have a team because the Clippers didn't want him no more. He even said that he was going to go back and ask to take a pay cut so he can, be on a team. And then Knicks came around and gave this man a 2-year contract and resurrected his career and then didn't get a chance to sign this guy because of some idiotic, stupid rule. Come on, man. You're not going to get it. The only team that took a chance on this man and kept this man in the league, you're not going to give him a fair shot as re-signing him. That's not here or there, but I just think that, Ron, with what we got going, brother, I think, and a lot of people are saying, Ron, we don't want to give this up. We don't want to give that up. You can't have that attitude, bro, because what you going to get then, right? You got to give up something to get something of quality. Let's be happy we got something of quality to trade. We had RJ Barrett and quickly to trade for OG. We did have those draft picks to get Bridges. So look, bro, we're all in. I think. Do you feel like we all in? So
100%.
If you got to give up a young player and a draft pick and get Kessler over here, knowing what the outcome will be, knowing what bringing a guy like Kessler over here and hooking him up with Tibbs would bring. The man is already a beast. At 23 years old, he's already averaging 2.3 blocks off the bench. He already gives us what we're looking for. So I don't know, I'm sure Ainge is being ridiculous, like you say, and maybe asking more than it's worth, but we're going for it, aren't we? Did we overpay for Bridges? I think we overpaid for Bridges, but hey, I'm not upset because I think he's worth it. So I'm just saying, let's not stall the ball and put hubcaps on our Cadillac.
I hear where you're coming from, Double A, but all I'm gonna say is the same thing I've been saying. I am all about letting Leon Rose cook. So far, every time we've got on Leon Rose for not doing something, in the end, we're like, man, Leon Rose is cooking. So I got to give this man a chance to cook. Got to give him a chance to cook. And the other thing, too, is I use your team, your baseball team as an analogy. Like sometimes the money isn't the best thing when building a team. Sometimes you can't build sometimes it's not about the best team that money can buy. You got to get that combination. I think the Knicks are trying to get the combination.
Like with our team, unlike my baseball team, it's not how much you spend, it's how you spend it.
That's right.
I've been spending this for years. You may be spending $260 million a season, but how are you spending it? Who's spending that money? Because if I got a GM spending $90 million and one doing 260, that 90 million is whooping his ass.
So that's why, like I said, and that's the thing that I want to say with regards to the Knicks. The Knicks can try their best to have the best possible player to every position, but sometimes the money ain't gonna be there. And then if the money is there at the time, you got to think, well, okay, but then I got to start paying these people the next 2 years or next year, whatever people's contracts coming up. How can I keep these people? Because there's no guarantee that the Knicks are going to win the championship this year. Do they have a shot? Yeah, everybody's got a shot. But if it don't happen this year, what if you bring in somebody on a 1-year deal? Oh, this guy can help us now, and then we can't win. Then next year he's up for you. Got to sign him. He's a really good player. Where's the money?
It won't Nick Richards be like the same situation as Isaiah Hartenstein? People are saying Nick Richards, he's going to be a free agent. And once again, we don't have his birds rights. And once again, we can only offer a certain amount. And if Nick Richards come in here and ball out.
But I think the good thing with Nick Richards is that he's been in the league less time than Hartenstein. So the CBA only requires that you meet a certain level of expectation you have to give the player, depending on how long they've been in the league. So maybe the fact that he hasn't been here as long as Hartenstein allows us to have a little bit more money to sign him if we win and got him. You know what I mean? So even if we don't have his bird rights, whatever his requirement is, it'll be less than what Hartenstein is supposed to get. You would assume. But that who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? But let me shout out a couple more people. I got my brother backstage. I see you, Sha. What's good, bro?
Oh yeah, here we go.
First off, let me say what's up to my guy Trav B. Ryan in the building. What up, Trav? Good to see you, brother. Let me see. Fritz Alcindor is in the building. Salute. Oh, by the way, Trav says he likes Huck Porty. I hear you. Fritz Alcindor Jr. in the building. He said, I think the Knicks are trying to hold off till midseason for trade. That could be the case. You could be right. Shout out to my guy Knicks Live in the building. What up, Julian? Good to see you, my brother. And guys, please support. First off, please support Fritz in his economy podcast on YouTube. Show him some love. The NBA Economy with Fritz Alcindor. So go search him up. Show him some love. Like, subscribe. Join the show. Knicks Live in the building is on YouTube with my guy Julian Blum. Please show him some love. He says, salute, Ron, the Don, and the non-toxic Knicks fans. Salute. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Quiet Money in the building. What up, Quiet Money? Good to see you, my brother. 19 comment NYC 84 in the building. So Detroit and Washington
There
picks
you
are
go.
top 10 and top 13 protected. All right, cool.
Thanks,
Thank you, brother.
man.
Let me see. Let me just check to see if there's anybody new that I might have missed. I think oh, Sherwin's in the building. What up, Sherwin? Good to see you. He said Indiana beat us because iHeart was bullied by a soft jump shooting center Miles Turner.
He's right about that.
Some things happen. Old Head is in the building. What up, Old Head? Appreciate you. Also, shout out to Nick Yak in the building. What up, Nick Yak? He said Huck Porty is probably the best athlete on the team at 6'11". For some reason, fans do not give him a chance. I think it's all about just understanding that, you know, with Tibbs, you got to really earn your spot. And most of us just think that he just won't have enough time to earn a spot right now to really contribute. That's all it is. If things were different, I think, you know, the talk about Huck Porty would be different. But we just know how Tibbs and this team is functioning right now. We got a lot of players. We got 7 really talented players that are here. And, you know, there's just not a lot of basketball to go around. The other thing, too, I wanted to say when we was talking about Walker Kessler, like, even though the Knicks are ready AA and you want to go for it, you know, and I'm not saying that that's what Danny Ainge would want, because it doesn't make sense for his rebuilding thing. But if Danny Ainge wanted Dante DiVincenzo for Kessler, you do it?
Yeah.
See, I think that's a mistake.
You know why? You're trading from your strength. I was all ready until we traded for Mikel. Once again, don't get me wrong. I'm glad we got him. But before we traded for Mikel, I was all well and good for going with Dante as our starting shooting guard next season. We went ahead and we rolled the dice. We wanted to upgrade from shooting guard, because getting him over and moving Dante to the bench, that's upgrade. So we decided we wanted to upgrade the bridges. Now Dante becomes a luxury, because there's going to come a space and time where people are loving the Villanova 4, and it's going to be a time, especially when Brunson get paid and whatever we do with Randle, where the salaries are going to be tight, Ron. We're not going to no longer be able to afford $18 million, $15 million, $14 million players on the bench, right? We're not going to be able to do that. So what happens? But I'm all about substance, trading something for something. Right now, Dante is a luxury because he's no longer our starting shooting guard. Do I want to trade him? No, but I'm the type of person, you got to give up something for something. I don't think I would think about it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, but if that what it took, that's what I need right now. That's what the Knicks need right now. Dante is a young, up and coming young star that brings a certain thing to our team. Okay, trading for Kessler is not really, yeah, we lose Dante, but we get something for him. We're getting quality for him. We're getting something we need for him. We're getting a young talent that Tibbs can mold into something special and something that we need right now, in the lineup. We can replace Dante with Deuce. You know what I'm saying? And what if Ainge will settle for something like the rookie we drafted from this year from Marquette?
You mean Tyler Kolek?
Yeah, something like that. Would you give it up? Would you give up Kolek for in a trade for Kessler?
I mean, I know you got to give up something to get something, but like my whole thing is, I don't know.
See, that's a good thing. We're at a point now. We got so many good players on our team, Ryan. We can no longer. Before we say take him, and him, we'll be willing to trade you 5 for 1. But now, man, we love our players. We don't want to give nothing up, but it goes back to what I'm saying. You got to give up something to get something.
My whole thing is, I think that we would be undervaluing Dante's significance to the team, because Dante's been a little streaky at times, but Dante is a very clutch shooter.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And so even with the fact that we got Mikel here now, and you also know you got OG, who's a pretty good shooter from the wings too. But I don't know if they're as clutch as Dante is. Dante is coming the clutch in big moments for this team.
And don't forget, we got Brunson, we got Bridges. You know, we dealing from strength, Ron. This is what I'm saying.
Right.
know?
But even with Brunson, like Brunson needs that knockdown guy that when he's driving into the lane, he can kick it out and somebody can knock it down.
He got now, two of them now.
Yeah, but are they? I mean, let's not forget, you know, Dante had like 215 threes or whatever it was, 206. I don't know what the number was, but you know,
right.
And you know what's interesting is the New York Knicks took 200. No, they took 705 threes this past year. They made 283. Right? That's kind of wild. That's wild. Wait, hold on.
That can't
no,
be.
No.
Right?
No, that can't be. Hold on. Let me see something here. Wait, is that Dante's totals? No. No way. Is it?
Yeah, because he made 200. He broke the record, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he got up to 283. Oh, he did. Holy crap. What? That's nuts.
Yeah.
All right, so that's crazy. I didn't even damn that he shattered that record. Yeah, what? Wow, I didn't even pay attention. I knew he broke it, but after a certain time, once he broke it, I wasn't paying attention to what he finished with. 283 made threes. Yeah, that's nuts. I don't know, bro. That is nuts. But anyway, yeah, I guess that's his numbers. Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. So I just don't know, man. I don't know if we can give up a guy who can sling the, you know, the sling, the pea shooter like that. Like to knock down those threes is tough.
I know, but that was back in the RJ Barrett quickly days, Ron. Now you look at it, we got OG, who's an excellent knockdown 3-point shooter. You got Bridges. Okay, you got Brunson that can knock it down. You got Randle that can knock it down. I mean, right now, we're trying to figure out where Deuce is going to get his minutes, right? Where we're going to play the rookie that we want to see him play. He looks like he should play Kolek, right? So we got to deal from our strength. Right now, our weakness is at center. So, like I said, you always got to give up something. Now, if you ask him, Utah's asking for Dante. They better be giving us some picks. Okay, they better be, and I ain't talking about second rounders.
Yeah, but see, I don't think they would do that. I don't think that
right.
Danny Ainge moves that way.
That's what would it take for us to give them Dante? See, we be in the driver's seat. I refuse it. No. You can have Dante for a price. It ain't gonna be just Kessler. You're gonna have to sweeten the deal, because in Dante they get a very affordable young veteran. All right. Like you said, there's dynamite, they can shoot, that's electric. It's something that they could use.
I need to look at this more. I don't know. Now's not the time. I gotta give this a little bit more time. I'm gonna have to go into
about the 3-point.
Yeah,
thing.
no. I wanna kind of look at this 3-point shooting.
Is shot still there? Done.
No, I'm bringing him up now. I want to look into this 3-point shooting thing, but I want to look into the shooting overall, like between Macau, Dante, and OG. But I got to look at cleaning the glass, and I got to look at some other stuff.
Right,
I don't want to talk about it now. I need some time to sit with it.
You want to figure all angles out.
Yeah. Right? I want to sit with it.
Attempts versus field goal.
Yeah. I got to look at all that. But that's interesting though. It's interesting. Wow, I had no idea, man. This guy was pulling, but I didn't know he was knocking him down like that. I knew he got hot, but damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shattered the record.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy. What up, Shy? How you doing, brother?
Good, Ron. Good, Double A. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
And I apologize. I should have brought you up sooner. I was caught up in this Dante thing. It kind of threw me for a loop, B.
Just to chime in real quick, I'm trading Tyler Kolek for Kessler. I'm trading Tyler Kolek for Kessler. If that's what he one big thing reason why I would trade him now before he gets really good If he's not going to be a known commodity right now, he could go over there in Utah, maybe build his game up, and then we could look down the line and be like, damn, we should have kept him. After if we win the championship, that won't even be a thought in our mind.
No.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. I hear you. I'm still like I'm iffy, but I hear you. I hear you. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Appreciate you, Kevin Bergen in the building. Salute. He said, "Put it like this: we aren't trading for Kessler." I mean, I think the Kessler thing is over.
Pretty much.
The name is gonna be out there, and it's gonna continue to get floated.
Sad to say because he's exactly what we need, but that's the way it goes. Yep, Kevin, you're right.
Shout out to Wiz BKLA. What up, Wiz? He said Dante for Kessler would require a multi-team trade and not some lame dance moves
I
like
even
Ron.
know why you read it.
Chat. Yeah, this guy. Forget you, Wiz.
Read it. Yeah.
Forget you, man.
You ever hear him sing?
No, I know. But you notice how he don't come up on the panels no more. He don't want to be singing no more. I'm a light it up. E. Gibson in the building. Salute. He said, I've always supported Randle. He helped set the blueprint, 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. Some New York Knicks fans are too fickle. Okay, I hear you. Listen, man, it is what it is, man. For whatever reason, the stuff just never goes away. I hope that this year is the year that Julius can finally prove to everybody his value. And I think that will take a playoff a healthy Julius in the playoffs. That's all. He just needs to be healthy in the playoffs. And that'll be, something that people can latch on to. Speaking of Tyler Kolek, well, hold on. Before I say that, let me also say this in regards to the whole, Big Nick energy stuff I was talking about earlier. I did want to give a special shout out to our girl Mills Media, because you know what I mean. One door closes, another door opens, and when that all thing happened with the racist comments, that when they fired that guy, people like Joe, like I said, and Mills decided to walk away from Big Nick energy. They weren't fired or whatever. They just didn't like what was going on. They didn't want to work and be a part of that type of stuff at that on that channel, that network, whatever you want to call it, and they moved on.
Is that Joe from the shift, Ron? Is that the same Joe you're talking about? Joe
no, I don't.
The shift.
Oh no. I don't think it's him. No. So shout out to Mills Media because she put an announcement up. She says she was excited to announce I'll be interning at AM New York this fall semester as their sports creative journalist. So that's a big step. Shout out to Mills Media, man. If y'all don't know, like not everybody knows AM New York, but the people who live in New York area, AM New York, it's been around. They have a publication that we used to see every day when you go get your newspapers. They've got, I think they're part of New York One, which is cable news as well. So anyway, that's a big move for her. So shout out to Mills. Now back to what I was saying before. Speaking of Tyler Kolek, this is that time of year. Training camp is starting to get where it's got to go, and people are out there doing the damn thing. What's happening is Black Ops basketball is happening. You'll be seeing a lot of Black Ops stuff going on, but we haven't seen a lot of Black Ops runs happening too much. But they're starting to get going, these Black Ops runs, and Tyler Kolek was once again a part of another Black Op run. And shout out to New York basketball for posting this, and shout out to my guy Trav B, Skip Sales for reposting it as well. So Tyler Kolek, Kion Anthony, Jacob Toppin, and Aaron Gordon were running together at the Black Ops basketball gym. Chris Brickley, who runs that gym and is a very important trainer, basically said Kolek knows how to control a game, the true definition of a point guard, which is rare to see nowadays. Once again, more people giving praises to Tyler Kolek, and this is what that run looked like real quick. Second. There we go. There's no sound, but it is what it is. You can just see him just out here diamond, making moves, real comfortable. I know the defense ain't crazy. Okay, Kion. Oh, watch yourself. Look at the pass. Bing. Jacob. Bow. Oh, look at Tyler again. Wet. Tyler again. Wet. Another pass to Jacob. Uh-oh. Bang. Kion. Okay, young fella. Little pass there. Oh, who are we giving it to? Oh, Tyler again. Wet. Mm-hmm. Little upsy, little. Hey, there you go. Little floater. There you go. But pretty much you just see like Tyler, he controls the game, man. I don't know. I get it. The Knicks need certain things. I don't know if you just want to give this kid up, man. He just looks like he's so comfortable in what he does. Now, once again, I know this is just a run. The defense ain't crazy, but it's just a comfortable. Look how comfortable he is. And then the wetness. Wet. This is what I'm talking about, man. Tyler's got a really good shot. Kolek can shoot, man. I don't know.
And you know who else does? And I'm sorry because the arrival of Bridges pretty much X's him out. Because I was hoping to let him at least get an opportunity sometime. Is Jacob Top?
Yeah, that's a shame.
But unfortunately, it's a numbers game, brother. Ain't no room.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunately that's the thing. Like, I wish sometimes you just wish sometimes scenarios just don't work in your favor. I wish they would have been able to give Jacob the same type of opportunities they gave to Obi. Something tells me Jacob just looks a little different. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, Obi's looking good now, but I think Jacob is different.
And Jacob plays defense. He plays defense too. He was playing defense. He's I think he's a smarter player than his brother and more tenacious. Because sometimes, Indiana, I think it's a perfect place for him because they play like laid back type team. Because, you don't look at Toppin like being aggressive, like a Randle, he's going to bully somebody, you just don't see that in Obi Toppin,
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to ask you fellas, dealing for strength. Now, here's another scenario for you. Now, if the Knicks talk to Julius and he doesn't want to play ball and he's at the point where I'm not going to take less than OG because I've been here, blah, blah, and they can't basically afford it and they know that they're not going to come up with an agreement, what do you guys figure? I mean, do we trade him? Do we get something for him now? Do we get something we need? Because if you look at it, we can go run either way. We can shift gears and move OG to power forward and move Bridges to small forward and put Dante back in the lineup, or we can back that up and bring Hart into the starting lineup. We can do things, dealing from strength. Me personally, I want to keep Julius because I think he will be a great addition. I mean, he's a power forward, bro. 25 and 9 and 10 boards. I mean, you don't get that any day everywhere. But what I'm saying, we need a starting center. Bad. Because in my book, Mitch, for all his talent, bro, I just can't run with him no more, man. I just can't depend on him no more to be there for us. To finish the game. Okay, as a backup, maybe. I mean, he was ready to be a backup, fellas. You agree? If Isaiah Hartenstein was still on the Knicks, Mitch more likely was going to be the backup center on this team. So do you move Randle, and what kind of center can you get for him? Would the Minnesota Timberwolves part with one of their centers? They got 3 of them basically. Will they want to break that up?
Well, there's one of them I don't want. I don't want one of them. I'll tell you that right now.
And I don't want one of them either. Somebody that tells me they don't want to bang, they want to stand on the outside and shoot jumpers.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That ain't him. I don't want that other one. I don't want that other one.
You don't want the bear either.
That European fellow. I don't want that European fellow.
No. Not even for a championship, huh?
Keep him away from anything that I love.
Not even a championship, right?
Keep him away from me at all costs. Listen, if I go to a championship game, he's sitting next to me. Move my chair, man. I don't want to be nowhere near that dude.
Wow. Man.
Nowhere near him.
I thought Catanese was your guy.
Yeah, nah. He's another one. Yeah. Catanese is definitely one of those I don't want to be near either. But Rudy Gobert is right there with him. But Chow, what's your thoughts on that, bro? How you feel about that?
Knicks signed Julius Randle next year, 3 years, 50 million. And they'll somehow finagle if they can get off of all these other extra picks that they got. If it's Mitchell Robinson and Bates Diaw and Cameron Payne, increase the money for Mikal Bridges and go into the second camp. Yes, go into the second cap next year. By signing these guys that I just mentioned and bringing somebody else in the event that we don't win the championship this year. Hey, let me ask you this question: Did you guys hear about Mitchell Robinson may not be starting?
Mm-hmm.
He may not be ready, and Julius Randle might just not be ready either. His 6 month the injury that he has is equivalent to somewhere between 4 to 6 months, and by training camp, it'll be right around 6 months. I mean, so you both heard about they possibly may not be starting in the first couple of games or so.
Yeah,
well,
but I heard
but Mitch is a little. It might be a little worse, but they said Julius feels like he'll be ready. But of course, they ain't gonna leave it up to just Julius to say so, right? But yeah, even he might miss. Possibly, he might miss the first couple games, but they're not sure. Julius thinks he'll be ready, so I don't know, bro. But we'll see. But I heard about it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. A little Debbie Downer, but we still got a lot of guys on that bench and a lot of guys that can play basketball. And Tom Thibodeau hasn't. I don't know if Tom Thibodeau has, especially with the Knicks, have this much of a arsenal that he can put players in to help out, because in the event that Randall's not there, you go always like Double A was talking about earlier, moving OG to the power forward and Mikal to the small forward and bring back Dante. If Mitch not ready, this guy Jericho Sims, man, I've seen a couple of his highlight tapes, man. This guy shooting with the left hand, shooting with the right hand, back to the basket. Who knows what he can occur in this year? You know what I mean? We're not looking for him to come in and be a 20, 10, and 5 guy, nothing like that. But if he could come in and get 8, 7, and 2 blocks, that'd be effective for the New York Knicks. So, but talking about the deal about Randle, I think Randle stays. I think if they have to, they'll go into the cap form, 3 years, $50 million, and that's how I think they're gonna go. I don't think Randle's going nowhere too, and especially if he could be healthy for the playoffs. I think Randle's going to be here for a little while.
Hold on. I think you may be right about that. That may be the case. We'll see. We'll see, man. It's man, there's always a question mark. Always something. Shout out to Kevin Middleton. What up, KM? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. Said Mitch barely plays. Why so much faith in a dude who will be hurt? It's on the court. What game do y'all watch? He's good when he plays, but he's never there. I mean, yes, it's he does have his moments. He has his moments.
He's saying what game we watch. We're saying the same thing, Kev. Basically.
Saint is in the building. Shout out to Saint. He said, did he just say Randle going to get 50 mil for 3 years? No, he don't mean 50 mil total. He means 50 mil per year.
Per year, 150.
Yeah, 50 mil.
Yeah.
That was like 150. It probably started at somewhere around 48, and then probably like 54, somewhere around there, something like that. Probably started at 48, end up at 54. And Leon Rose likes to do them back end deals when you got a team another option on that 3rd year, something like that. I think I believe the way he has integrated himself into the New York system and into New York style of being a New Yorker, I think they're going to keep him. I think I see him as one of those Larry Johnson sitting on the bench, bigging up the New York Knicks for years to come. I mean, I see that coming. I see that coming down the line. You know what I mean? If he's not even closer to Allen Houston style of being in the facility of the New York Knicks, so I think he's going to be here. He may retire as a Knick, and I just see like I said, 3 years, $50 million per year. You know what I mean? Probably start somewhere around 48, probably end somewhere around 54. You know what I mean? And I think he'll be here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Sorry, Ron. And to the Randle has been hurt the last 2 years, but remember the years that he was healthy. This guy's playing 74 games, 72 games. He's playing heavy minutes. Even in the year that he got hurt when we played, when we went up against Cleveland and he got hurt again, I think he played 71 games. I mean, 82, 80 something games before he got hurt. Now he almost played the whole season. You know what I mean? The guy, you know, every accident that every injury that he has occurred has been accidentally. You know what I mean? It hasn't been like, you know, he's coming in with a nagging ACL, he tore his Achilles, you know, but, you know, the fall from the shoulder injury is terrible. The trip over the foot when he sprained his ankle and then came back and that dirty player stuck his foot under again so he could twist his ankle again. You know what I mean? Those are, you know, if you want to call unforced injuries, you know what I mean? It's not something like Hardenstein was ailing all 2 years ago, all year with Achilles. You know what I mean? And then summer last year too, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
you know.
Kevin said, Ron, I agree with the panel. I'm talking about the chat, not you. Okay, appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you. And let me see what the heck. I might agree with the this guy. What's his name? Oh yeah, I agree with Wiz BKLA. You know, the non-singing Saturday salmon cooker.
Oh yeah, Sammy eat somebody.
He said, I think Randle would want more than 3 years. I think he might as well.
I'm thinking too that.
But more importantly, I think just how it looks, I agree with Shaw. I think that's the number, right? Per year. I think he's right. I just think that Julius would probably want that 4 year to make the overall contract go over the 200 million mark.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what he wants. But I agree with like what it turns out to be per year. Money wise, I think that's probably where it's at.
Even if he has to settle for them making that 4th year team option,
he'll
do it.
Yeah,
because it'll look like 200 million. You know?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think it's about. You know what I mean? Like I think.
But can they afford that though? We throwing out numbers like that, but how are they gonna afford that?
This team right now is probably gonna be together for the next 4 years or so. At least 4 years.
They gotta be. They gotta be at least now.
4 years. So they could, and this will be the first time going into the over the second apron into that luxury tax, and they could fix that by the next year. They have, I think, 2 years to play around with it. If they could get themselves back under, they won't still. I forgot how the thing goes. Some about you know, they could go into it as long as you look at. I mean, like Golden State and LA, they go into luxury tax every year. Every year they luxury tax. These teams out here, Boston, another year they're gonna be superseding whatever the luxury tax is. You know what I mean? So I believe with a team that they're not gonna make too many big trades on anymore. I think they can afford Randle at you know, somewhere around $50 million.
And that's a good point, because the other thing I was thinking about when you were saying that too is, let's not forget, like, if the Knicks, I don't know if they can avoid it, but if the Knicks play really well this year and possibly get to the finals, maybe even win, who knows? But they're at that point where this is it, right?
Yeah.
It's not just the fact that they're going all in, but this is it. This might be the team. So that's why I'm saying I do think the Knicks are going to try to address that backup center position. They're going to see what they can get. They're going to see what they got already. But I think whatever moves the Knicks do this year, this is probably going to be your New York Knicks team for a while.
It has to be.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And so that's another reason why I'm a little concerned, to the point where if the Knicks know that after this year, they're not going to have a lot of flexibility, why do you want to trade a piece that if things don't work out, you have that in your corner? I'm really talking about Kolek. And I know Kolek he hasn't done anything yet. But if the Knicks can't say things don't work out necessarily the way you want them to with Deuce. I'm not saying that that's the case, right? And then, you know, campaign doesn't really give you much. I'm not saying that that's the case, but understanding that after this year, once all the said and done, once you decide if you're going to keep Julius or not, you give Julius the money, you're going into the second apron. You're done, right? You can't go out and get nobody else. But it isn't nice to be able to say, wow, certain things aren't working on the team. We got Tyler Kolek on the bench. We can go add him
Right.
to is like having a new player or having like Kevin McCullough Jr., who you know is a two-way defensive type player. It's nice to have that on your bench when you know you can't go out and get another free agent or you can't make any more changes. I still got guys I can pull from. I can help develop them, but then when we need to make a change, they're there. That's why I think the Knicks are doing this. That's why I think they're not so quick to want to trade guys until they realize they have to. And they
So
want to
what
make sure
we're
they get the best
doing,
deal.
so what we're doing, and I brought this up before, Shaw, so you tell me what you feel like. I feel like, look, the Knicks is going for it, man. They traded for Bridges. They paid OG. They paid Brunson. You know what I mean? We going for a championship. We going for it, right? So why you want to put hubcaps on my Cadillac, man?
I heard you say
You know what
that.
I'm saying? You want to go with, question. I'm all for giving the Sims a shot, Huckaporty a shot as backup, not as my starting center, man. And the
Agreed.
starting center that we do have, he's going to last.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying, if we going for it, man, I'm sorry, fellas. If we going for it, let's go for it, And to do that, you have to trade from your strengths. I'm sorry about this, man.
No, don't worry about it. No, things happen.
Yeah. We live, baby. It always happens.
But I see what you're saying, Double A. But the whole thing is, remember, the Knicks don't need some superstar center at the center position. They just need a body who's healthy, who can do the things that, rebounding, play some defense, and possibly score a little. Well, that's part of the defense. I'm saying that's a given to me. If you can play defense at a center, you should be blocking shots. But that's all they need. The keys are not that the center position is an important position for Tibbs's defensive style, but it's really it's a secondary position, or
it
used to be.
The style of the center.
No. For the Double A, for the Knicks, we're talking about the Knicks. Remember,
but let's talk about the style of the NBA right now.
But who won the championship last year, Double A?
Other than Miami, no team is going with no 6'8", 6'9" center no more. Some teams even got 2 7-footers on the squad.
I agree with you, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we don't need to put everything. You don't have to have. We don't need Jokic at center, right?
No, I agree.
We don't even need Miles Turner at center.
I don't
what
want
we
Miles
need
Turner.
Listen, he was cooking us, man. But
he was cooking Hartenstein's ass.
Yeah,
he was cooking Hartenstein's ass.
My point is, the Boston Celtics won the championship. It wasn't because of their center. Now, you might want to say Porzingis had a little something to help with that, but Porzingis wasn't the center. He was playing the power forward. If that maybe he was sometimes at the center, but they were winning despite Porzingis. Like there's games they won throughout the season. That's because they got
Tatum, because they have Tatum and Brown and
what do the Knicks have?
And Holiday.
The Knicks have Julius Randle, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Jalen Brunson. We got all pieces too.
You can't compare Jericho Sims, Huckaporty, or anybody on that team to KP or Horford. You can't.
I'm not fair.
You mean you tell me you comfortable against going against Philadelphia with Embiid? Embiid's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill our front court. He's gonna get our front court in foul trouble because everybody else is gonna have to leave their man to try to help off their man to help Sims or whoever is in the center. The NBA, I know you guys are used to thinking like the way the game was evolving, the 3-point shooters, where teams sometimes will have maybe go with a 6'8", 6'9", go small ball, but that ain't happening no more, man. You're getting teams, bruising teams. If you come in there weak, man, you're gonna get chopped up. That's what happened to us in the beginning of the season, man. We were short. We had to play, Josh Hart is back up, power forward and all this stuff. What I'm saying, fellas, we are heavily invested in this New York Knicks team. We have a superstar at power forward. We have a star small forward. We have a star shooting guard. We got a star point guard. Ryan, we don't need, I'm 100%, we don't need Jokic at center, but we don't need just any yo-yo at center either. We need somebody that can hold it down.
I feel that.
Right, but what I'm saying is that could be. I mean, there's every team has, you know, a bunch of different options that they throw out there. Like it could be Nick Richards, it could be who you know, the other guy. I always forget his name. The other guy, Washington.
William, no,
Yeah,
Washington or Charlotte.
No, I'm Charlotte. I'm sorry. I mean,
Charlotte has Williams.
Right. There's a bunch of guys out there that you just need somebody that can be healthy and do the core things that make Tom Thibodeau's defense run. Right.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, somebody, because the Knicks have built up the rest of the team. Now, if we weren't able to bring in all these other guys, then that's an issue. Then you need more, but we got that. So all I'm saying is give the team a chance. Mark Williams, thank you, E. Gibson. Give the team a chance to see what's there, what's available, and so that they don't get you know, stung either, because they might make a listen. The Leon Rose in the front office has been making some pretty good moves, but everybody's due. They can make a bad move, you know. So let's see what they do, because and that's another thing. Like, even with Walker Kessler, I'm not sold on Walker Kessler. I don't like what's coming out of Utah about him. I don't like what the reporters say about him and the reason why Utah wants to move off of him. I don't like that. That bothers me a little bit. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I know defensively he's great with blocking shots. I know he can rebound the ball, but the offensive stuff
is what are you doing on the court? For me, it's what you're doing on the court, not what they're saying, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's playing with a bunch of bums. He's in a rebuilding situation or whatever. But what I'm saying is this guy plays 20 minutes a game and blocks 2.5 shots a game.
But when they say that he doesn't look like he's developing the way they thought he would, where he doesn't set good screens, he doesn't get guys open off of the pick and roll. There's a certain way you're supposed to play. He's not necessarily doing it. That's what concerns them, and I think that would concern the Knicks too.
But who was teaching them?
Well, I mean, listen. I mean, I don't know. I can't come to that. I can't, you know, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is what is he producing now? Will that be beneficial to the New York Knicks? And to me, his 2.5 blocks off the bench, I'd love him to be on our team. And I mean, have to give up,
I still wouldn't be mad at him. I'm just saying. Like, it's not bad. I'm just there's just some other things. Like, nothing's perfect. There's other things that we got to consider that may be not so perfect about him or even other guys, but we just don't have to go crazy. Is all I'm saying. There's plenty of guys that could fit what we're looking for. Just, you know,
but
and it might be
but they're not available. Who's saying they're available, knows? Ryan?
Nobody's available until you make the offer.
Right, but is nobody like available right now? Nobody's offering up, you know, their players and not. And, you know, people are saying, well, wait till the trade deadline. Guess what? At the trade deadline, there's going to be other people looking for what you want too. So guess what? The price is going to go up too. So like you said, Ryan, you got to act. And Leon, I guess, realized that. So myself, I'm expecting them to make a move before the start of training camp. I think they're not gonna wait to the deadline. I think they're gonna bring somebody on. I think all this slip tapes and videos of Sims' progress and working out is stuff hype to maybe get another team interested and maybe taking a bite for him.
Possibly.
Maybe a straight up for Kessler. You give us Kessler, we give you Sims or whatever, something like that. I don't know.
Ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna
work. But listen, Utah
and Tyler.
But Ryan just said, shot it, that Utah's putting out that Kessler ain't this, he ain't that. So why wouldn't they take Sims for him?
Well, because Danny Ainge ain't putting that out. It's people that are covering the team that are putting that out. Danny Ainge ain't yeah, Kessler is the best thing since sliced bread. We just want to we're going in a different direction.
Yeah.
Oh, and what else were you saying, Sha? You were talking before. I don't know what you were saying.
I'm sorry.
With Sims, you know, Sims could be in the trade. I'm telling you, I'm not hoping it. You know what I mean? But if we're looking at how things are going, Tyler Kolek may be a trade piece, and the guy looks good. He looks good. You know what I mean? He can pass the ball. He can control the offense. He can shoot the basketball. The more he gets play on the court, his defense is going to get better. He may not be no defensive player of the year, but he can be a admirable player at defense. You know what I mean? Admirable. I'm messing that word up today. You know what
Oh,
the word
admirable. Okay, I got you.
Admirable,
you
yeah,
know the word I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he could be one of those guys at defense, you know. And if you're looking to get, maybe making a trade or something like that, his name may come across. You know what I mean? Because in that mix of Deuce, him, and Payne, if I mean, Deuce may be one of those guys that may be mentioned too, but I think, it may be Tyler before Deuce. You know what I mean? And hold on to Payne. You know what I mean? Payne is one of those guys that could come in and light the court up at any given second. You know what I mean? And I think he'll be integral going down the stretch with the New York Knicks, especially if something happens to one of our guards. So
and he
I
fits
think
Tibbs'
Tyler.
mold. He fits
Yeah,
Tibbs' mold.
yeah. So I think Tyler is one of the guys that if there is going to be this, maybe not for Richards, but if they are still trying to shop for this Loridan, I'm not Loridan, I'm talking about. Yeah, my mind is all over the place today. But if we're still looking for this guy, Tyler Kolek and Sims, and I mean, with their two contracts together, will be more to get Kessler. That's the word I'm looking for. More to go get Kessler, so it's more money going out than coming in, and maybe we can add 1 or 2 second-round picks or one of those ancillary first-round picks that we got that are pretty low in the draft.
Yeah, because what I was saying is, you got to trade for your strength. And right now, the Knicks are overpacked at backup guard. We got a lot of guards. Brunson is set. He's going to eat up the point guard minutes. So you just need somebody like the man you just said, just, a few minutes in there to bring it in. And, you got a Kolek that, you can develop, you can have him. Then you got the Deuce. So, you deal from your strength. So if you had to trade one of them, who would you trade, Ron?
Between who?
Deuce, Kolek.
That's the double A. Honestly, this year has been really interesting for me, and this off season's been great. The only question that I've struggled with finding an answer to is who would I rather have, Kolek or Deuce? And I'm still fighting to give you an answer because I don't know, bro. I really like what Deuce can bring to the table, but I'm so enamored with Kolek. I don't know.
Here's my answer. I would pick Deuce to trade. You know why? Because Dante is now on the bench. So he's going to eat up a lot of minutes. Okay. All you need from whoever is backing up Brunson is a perfect situation for your man Kolek to learn. Is those 10 to 12 minutes backing up Brunson. Now we got a true point guard backing up Brunson, keeping the offense rolling. Brunson goes down for a few days. We got a true point guard running the offense. All right. Deuce right now is a luxury. We don't know where his minutes going to come from. And if for some reason Kolek can't handle it and we get into playoffs, that's where we can put in that vet, the guy that we signed. What's his name?
Payne. Campaign.
That's what Shah said, that's where you can come Payne. So, that would be the perfect scenario, and I think would not hurt the Knicks, and the Knicks would be balanced if you traded Deuce McBride. Now, who knows? That might be the holdup. The Knicks might not want to trade Deuce McBride. Now, there's also talk about, I don't know why, because I don't think the Pistons re-signed Wiseman, did they? I know they signed some guy from the Sixers, Brown or somebody like that.
No,
but I don't think they re-signed Wiseman.
I don't know. I don't remember.
So, because there was talk about them trading Jalen Duren for Deuce. and which
I'll do that.
I would do every day of the week. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
see
the problem with that
I
double A
don't
is
see I don't see how Detroit was
the
doing
more
that.
and more we talked about it, the more and more it came out that no, the Detroit never said they wanted to trade.
they never said
Detroit
nothing
has
about
never
him.
even said they want to trade Duran.
Right.
This is somebody else creating the narrative, and as New York fans, we like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
Because I
I
mean,
just don't see that.
for me, that would be the ideal guy. That's if they were going to go look for somebody, he would be the ideal type of guy that I would want to. I'm really heavy on him coming here to New York, but that's all hoopla. It's all out there in the air. You know what I mean? And but I concur with you a little bit on that double A about the preference of would it be Tyler Kolek or would it be Deuce, because Deuce is a known commodity. Deuce, Deuce is going to play 93 feet of defense. He's going to play some in your face, hard defense. He can play a couple of positions and he can knock down the shot. I mean, my concerns with Deuce last year was, can he make the move to the hole? Can he get quick off of off his first step? And he did it a couple of games last year, and I'm pretty sure this year, his whole time since they've been off season, he has been trying to make better moves to go to the basket. So I ideally think that he's going to be better than he was last year. I mean, and that's the style of basketball that the Knicks play. RJ first year was garbage. Last year we had him. He was looking pretty good. Started the year out excellent before he hurt his hand. Went out for that stretch and it came back. Just like Obi Toppin when he first started, couldn't have no defense. He still ain't got much defense, but he got a little better. He got a little more aggressive grabbing rebounds. Just like IQ. IQ came here, was a defensive guy, couldn't really put the ball in the basket. Now he's scoring about 18 points a game and getting you about 5-6 assists a game. I mean, so, is Deuce going to come back and be better than he was last year? I know we all screamed about it years ago. Oh, can't wait to Deuce bring that game over from the G League to the NBA. And I said it last week. He did that. He has done that. And every year he looks better than he did the year before. I mean, so an ideal piece to be traded is a known commodity. You know what I mean? I don't even want to put the name out, Blue Magic.
That's a name brand. I stand by that.
That's a name brand. You know what I mean? So if you look at it, if you're looking at it in that sort of way, you know what I mean, Deuce would be the more ideal guy to be put in the trade and develop talent with Payne to help him out in the backcourt.
All right, let me say this real quick. Let me shout out a couple more people, but I gotta say this because this is like, I mean, y'all, I hear y'all, but y'all are, come on, y'all. Hold on. And I don't mean y'all. I mean the chat. First off, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all once again. Jermaine Sims is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you, brother. Ron Sarmiento in the building. What up, Ron? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Jimmy Henry is here. Salute, Jimmy. Appreciate you. My guy Corey Lee, one half of the 718 boys, is in the building. Salute, Corey. Good to see you. Said peace and salute. Queens is in the building. Queens get the money, and the 718 boys are here too. Shout out to you guys. Please show them some love. Usually Sundays on the Lawrence Tears Network around 10 a.m. Make sure y'all are liking and subscribing all the Lawrence Tears content. So here's the thing. Where's my guy? Where is he? Shout out to Jabroni. Appreciate you, Jabroni Z. Good to see you. He said, why would you trade a proven third-year player who plays defense for a rookie who is a defensive liability? Makes absolutely no sense. Hold it. Stop right there. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Wacko in Brooklyn. What's good, my brother? Appreciate you. Good to see you. He said Tibbs favors defense off the bench. Kolek, this guy's clueless. Stop it. Hold right there. I think that was it. Oh, David Smith. Kolek is a complete unknown. Stop it. Hold it right there. All right. Guys, this is what I want to say. you guys make interesting points. You know how Tom Thibodeau moves with his team, right? But the other side of the ball is you got to know the ledge. That's why I have the intro, man. This is what we about. You got to know the ledge. And sometimes, when you say this stuff, you got to think, is there more that I should be thinking about? Is there anything I'm not considering? Now, I'm not saying you guys are crazy with your takes. I'm saying that when you break down how the team is and what's needed and how guys are used, this is where it becomes a little tricky. Deuce has earned his stripes, all that stuff. He's been here. He's been battle tested. He came to play last year. We saw the evolution of Deuce. He's getting better, right? Problem is, would you take Deuce over Mikal Bridges? Don't worry, I'll answer for you. No, you won't. Would you take Deuce over Dante DiVincenzo? Let me tell you something. If you think you would, you'd be wrong, because Dante DiVincenzo was a really good defender last year. He finished as one of the top shooting guard defenders in the league. Not top 5, maybe not top 10, but he was top 15, something around there, right? Can't say the same about Deuce. And don't get me wrong. I think Deuce is a really solid player. He's not Dante, right? Would you take Deuce over Josh Hart? No, you wouldn't. Not that rebounding side of it. Say what you will. Maybe he shoots better than Josh does. Defensively, they might be neck and neck, but he don't rebound like Josh. So Josh gets the edge, right? So that's that. Then we already know that Tibbs himself doesn't necessarily feel comfortable with Deuce running the offense as a point guard. He likes him more as an off guard. So there you go. That's the Deuce realm, right? Then you say Tyler Kolek. We're not even worrying about Tyler Kolek as a shooting guard. He's not there. His key is to be able to facilitate, to move the ball, pass first, and he can knock down an open shot here and there, if you will. Hold on to that double, because I'm gonna forget.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Did I star it? I didn't star it, but damn it, what was it? I forgot the percentage. Paris Duggar had said, where is it? Man, Paris Duggar had said something about Tyler Kolek shooting in the summer league. I think he shot 31% in the summer league, right? That's what you said, Parrish? I think that's about right. Where do you think the defense is better and the competition is stronger, in summer league or in college basketball? Because in college basketball, Kolek was averaging 15 points per game, almost 5 rebounds. This is your point guard, guys. Almost 5 rebounds from the point guard. And I'm not even talking about rebounding with regards to him. 7.7 assists, 1.6 steals, 49% from the field, 38.8, almost 39% from 3 in college basketball. Not no summer league. 85% from the free throw line. I ain't worried about Tyler Kolek being able to shoot. He can shoot. He just needs the opportunity and to be comfortable out there. I'm not worried about that. The guy can shoot. So the point that I want to make here is with Tyler Kolek, you know what I mean? The key is there's nobody really other than Cam Payne that is above, like right with him on that second unit. Brunson is Brunson. That's done, solidified. But that second unit still needs some type of floor general. So Kolek is still in the running for that, unless they realize that Cam Payne just gives them exactly what they need. Kolek still has a shot. And I just find that it's not the other thing that I wanted to say is regards to defense. Yes, Tibbs loves defensive players. You can't have 15 defensive players on your team. Okay, you need offensive guys too. And a lot of times there's always a few guys that only play offense, and that's what they're good at. And then some of your favorite guys around the league, a lot of them are one-way players. They're offensive. They're not defensive. The Kyrie Irvings, even Nikola Jokic is not a great defender. You know what I mean? There's guys that are Luka Doncic barely moves his feet and looks like he's slower this year. Like, according to what I saw in them pictures, he blew up a little bit. I don't know. Just telling y'all, there's guys who are very one-sided. you can have a couple of those guys in your team. Not everybody has to be a two-way defensive player. You can't. It's hard to get those guys. The Knicks have enough of those dudes on the team. Yes, you already got somebody in Brunson. You can afford to have another guy in Tyler Kolek. So I'm not saying that's the reason why you would get rid of him. You could have a Tyler Kolek on the team. The Knicks got a bunch of defensive players. They got guys that we're not even talking about. Kevin McCullough Jr. is not even somebody we're talking about, and that dude can play defense. Just saying. All right. Now, that being said, I don't want you to forget what you're going to say, Double A. But I just want it to be known that just because you don't play defense doesn't mean you got to get rid of him.
Now, all I wanted to say is my man Wacko, Brooklyn, whoever he was, with the comment you put up there, man, you can make your point, bro, but keep the insults to yourself, bro. Ain't nobody on this panel clueless. You don't know nobody on this panel like that, brother. You know what I mean? So if you want to come in here and make your point can be and will be accepted. But if you want to insult, please take your ball and go somewhere else.
That's fair. I can agree with that. We all have to be respectful of each other. And there's a whole thing.
Oh, I was just going to chime in on the defense, and you got to look at who Kohler's going to be playing with. I mean, in the defensive lineup. I mean, it'll be him, DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart. You know what I mean? Two guys that could also play defense and help him out on the double teams and stuff like that. So he only has to play admirable. I got it right this time. Admirable defense to stay on the court. You know, stay in front of your man. Move your waist, move your hips, push your man towards the double team, and help out on defense. You know, and stay in the passing lane. So it's not like he has to be a defensive player of the year, but admirable defense with the guys that he's playing will make him a better player because he surely could shoot the basketball. He gets to the line, he knocks it down about 85, 90%. You know what I mean? His field goal percentage is almost 50%. You know what I mean? And so. You know what I mean? And him playing in the summer league, he played with he hasn't played with the same arsenal that's going to be on the New York Knicks. And I mean, guys that can knock it down from those corner 3-point shots and playing help him out on defense. So,
and he was still feeling those guys.
Yeah, I'm leaning a little bit more to holding on to Tyler Kolek because he looks like he could be something special. You know what I mean? And but it's not my decision or whoever decision it is what that team wants. If it's going to be Tyler or if it's going to be Deuce, but one of those guys may be gone. You know, if we look into here one of these big men that is still out there lingering.
Yeah. First off, you guys heard the sound. That's my super chat sound. I just want to show some love. Thank you to Mr. Paris Duggar for the generous super chat. He said, official update, Kolek, too good to waste behind Brunson, so trade bait. There could be truth there. There could be truth. Randle isn't playing yet, is fading glory, and Brunson isn't trading any Nova boys. Yeah, well, that's true. We know that's the case.
I don't think they're gonna be the next 4 years together.
But I'm not gonna say that Randle's fading glory, though. I don't know about that. I mean, Randle's still in his prime, and he still has some good years left. We just trying to figure out about the injury. If the injury, how much longer does it take for him to heal? We'll see. Go ahead, Double A. What are you gonna say?
Fellas, do you realize what did Josh Hart sign? A 3-year or 4-year contract?
I think it was
3 years.
3-year. I think so. But let me double check. Let me pull it. You
realize it's up next year?
Hold on. Let me see. You could be right.
Nah, the first year was this last year. Oh, this year coming up. Next year. Yeah, you're right. Next year. You talking about like 25, 26?
No, because it was what I'm saying. They may not want to break up the Nova boys, but they might have to.
No, he signed a 4-year.
He signed 4-year? Okay.
Yeah, with a team option.
But I'm saying, so they got maybe another year or so because, look, they're going to have to re-sign Bridges, right? They're going to have to re-sign, I think it was Dante that signed a 3-year deal, right?
No, he signed a 4-year.
Him too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the timeline is 4 years. They got to get this done in 4 years.
Right,
because after that, they're not going to be able to keep the band together.
Maybe not.
Yeah, but that's the window that we're thinking. Remember,
Yeah,
it's
4
only
years.
been it's 1 full year for
Right.
Josh. Josh came over, but he was playing under his old contract. So then last year was his first full year of the new contract with the Knicks. Dante's first full year. They got 3 years left this year.
No,
2 more years.
he was going to be a free agent when he signed with the Knicks. Remember, he was going to be a total free agent when he came over from Portland.
No, I know, but
He-
that's still me. That's still the first. No, but remember, we traded for Josh, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
he was still playing off of whatever he was under his Portland contract. Then we
Right.
signed him to the new one. So last year was his first full year.
Last year,
Yeah.
right. This
So
is
we
his
got
second.
3 years left
Right.
technically,
Right. It's counting this year.
counting this
Yeah,
year. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's fine. That's the window. That's what I think a lot of people are thinking is the window. It is what it
Right.
is. We got 3 years to make something happen.
Right. Because what I'm saying, fellas, is with these salaries and things, the way it's going, they're not going to be able to afford bench guys if they're paying close to $20 million a year.
You never know, Double A, man. The way Prime TV and Amazon and TNT trying to get back into the mix, and all these teams playing into the salary cap next year might the cap may be 200 million next year. Now I don't think they set a cap yet. It may be the money that we were going into the second apron this year might be the money to start the cap with this year. Did I say that right? The money that was the luxury tax from this season will probably be the cap for next season. You know what I mean?
Oh
$200 million.
yeah. I know what you're saying.
I
Yeah,
mean?
because
Yeah,
that'll be
maybe
the
200
starting
million.
point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The
I see what you're
starting
saying.
cap will be 200 million. So
Yeah,
as
maybe.
as the things go on, these contracts with like Josh Hart is going to be a luxury. That's going to be a cheap contract. $20 million, $15 million, $18 million. Those are going to be cheap contracts. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I mean, looking in hindsight. I mean, because as way all these new teams want to jump into basketball this year, the Primes and the Amazons and the Hulus and TNT and ESPN 1, 2, and 3, and
But
all these other.
Shot, you was talking about the salary cap might go up to 200,000. Do you realize the Knicks starting lineup might be 200,000, 200 million?
That'll be our cap next year. That'll be our cap next year. So it'll be 200 million, 220 million, and 31 million maybe by the end of next year. And I mean, all the money will go up. So that luxury, that 200 million until the first apron, maybe another 20 million that you can play around with, a 28 million or who I don't know how the money's going to move up, but I'm almost sure that the cap, the luxury tax money this year was 187. By next year, that'll probably be the cap money or whatever. I forgot. I lost all the numbers. I don't have my book. But whatever the second apron was this season will probably be the cap for 25-26. You know what I mean? Most definitely. Everybody's jumping in. And there's these things going around about at the end of the year payouts where all these franchises are trying to build into the NBA. And at the end of the year, if you're making $12 million, you might end up walking away with $20 million or $18 million, an extra for $4, $5, $6 million, or $100 and something million to your team because of all these new people trying to get assets to the NBA. So I was hearing something about that. A couple of people were talking about it. At the end of the year, they may by Amazon and Prime and all these other people competing to get airing time for the NBA games. There's more money that'll be given to teams at the end of the year that can be broke down to the players that you have on your team. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, listen, the money is blowing up. There's a lot of money out there for these teams with these contracts. It's a good time right now.
Yeah. I mean, look at the Knicks, man. You got Brunson. He's going to be making like 40 million. You got OG and you got Bridges and Randle. You add those salaries up, man. That's almost 200 million right there if you free sign Randle.
Yeah,
that's almost 200 million right there.
You ain't lying. Shout out to the chat once again. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Wesley Robinson in the building. Salute brother Ron and the other King Strong Island, New York in the building. What up, Wesley? Appreciate you. Ran Rock is in the building. Salute Ran Rock. Appreciate you. Humberto De La Ho in the building. We will win the championship this year and multiple championships. I like that positivity.
I hope
Good
so.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Luke Skywalker Visions in the building. He says, is Ron here really talking about Tyler over Deuce? No, I'm not. If you heard the first part, I mean, you might have just came in. The first part of this conversation when we were talking about, I said, I don't know. I can't necessarily say who I would want to get rid of between those two guys. I see a benefit to having both of them here. I would love to keep both of them and get rid of somebody else. Like Precious to me is on borrowed time. I think he can help the team this year, but that contract that they signed him for is a good contract to move. Like, but they might, you're going to need more to make a deal go through depending on who you're looking for. But I'm just saying, that's why I'm saying you got to see who the Knicks target. Nick Richards might not command a Tyler Kolek or Deuce. You might be able to move Precious and somebody else, or maybe it's a Sims thing. And you never know. We gotta, see what's
but the
out
thing
there.
is, you have to trade for your strength, and we rather give up one of them guys than a Dante. Okay, other than that, there's nobody else, bro. It's nobody else you're gonna trade.
Well, it depends on who you're talking about, though. Double A,
right?
Because remember, the thing that the Knicks still do have, it's not gonna satisfy everybody's, wishes for a trade, but a Charlotte might want, draft picks from the Knicks.
Right.
Other teams may not want it, but the Charlotte might want one of a first round pick or something from the Knicks. So it depends on who you're dealing with and who you're asking for.
But that alone ain't gonna get you Richards or Williams. They're not just going to take a pick, one of those protected picks, to get Richards or Williams.
Oh, no. You have to trade a Precious or a Sims or something. Yeah, no, you got to give them something else. But that might be depends.
Something.
Yeah, it depends on what you got. Because, we don't know. I'm not saying you're not going to get nothing for nothing, but I'm just saying that's why you got to
make the money match.
Yeah, you got to make the money match.
We definitely got to give out more than we get back. Because if it's $6 million we bringing in and we only giving $5 million, that's going to put us into that luxury tax a whole year earlier than we need to, and that's going to set us back in two to 3 years down the line when we want to make a major move. And now we got to look for player. If Giannis comes available or whoever big name that got a $50 million contract out there. We won't be able to add two players to it. We will have to make it one-on-one. And we don't have a player making that amount of money to get any of those big name players out there one-on-one. So the Knicks the front office have done a great job of staying under that second luxury tax so it doesn't hamper us to make a trade instead of making a one-on-one deal.
Right. And so the other thing too is shout out to Luke Skywalker Visions. I think he had said something else about maybe I'm bugging. When you was talking about Deuce. No, it wasn't him. It was Jabroni. I think Jabroni had brought up Deuce's numbers, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Yeah, no, there it is. So Deuce shot 41% from three, 86% from the line. That plus he gives you defense. I don't want to hear about his playmaking skills. We have plenty of playmakers on this team, but do we? I don't know. But maybe we do. I mean, having Julius back helps, right? But the thing about Deuce, I'm not knocking Deuce. Remember, this is all like what ifs and hypotheticals. I ain't trying to trade Deuce. I'm not trying to get rid of him. But I will say, remember, Deuce is doing this on, he's shooting 41% on 3.9 attempts. He's shooting 86% from the free throw line on 0.7 attempts. Whereas when you look at Dante DiVincenzo, he's going to the free throw line 1.5 times per game, shooting 75%. I know it's different, but then he's shooting 40% from three on 8.7 attempts. Like, it's just the usage is different. And so sometimes when the usage is different, the expectations are different, the ball is in your hands and you're being asked to get it done. It's just different. but I'm not taking anything away from Deuce. I think what he's done with the time that he's had out there has been great, and I love the way he's growing. So that's like I said, it's not about me trying to get rid of Deuce. I don't want to get rid of Deuce.
It's about having to give something up to get something. That's what some Knicks fans ain't thinking. We can't get nothing for something for nothing. Oh, I don't want to give up this guy. Then who else do you want to give up? You want to give up Hart? No. You want to give up Dante? No. Then who else we got on a roster? We can move to OG. You want to give OG up? No. Bridges, Brunson. Then who do you give up? You know what I mean? To give up something. I wanted to ask you guys, what about that situation in Portland? Okay, that's something that's I think they're not looking at. They have DeAndre Ayton over there. They also have Robert Williams III, and if you remember Robert Williams III from the Celtics, I mean, it was pretty much a Mitch Robinson situation. He couldn't stay healthy, but when the man was on the floor, he was a demon. I mean, he was something. Now they got him, but they also drafted that rookie Donovan Clingan, that 7-footer, the big guy for college. So they got a pretty stacked front line. If the Knicks go to Julius Randle and offer him an extension, and he declines it, and it looks like he wants the bag, the full bag. No, would you trade him for DeAndre Ayton?
So you are the second person to ask that question. The other person I starred, and I didn't get to it yet. Crap, I don't know who put it in there. Marvin Smith. Ron, would you be willing to trade Mitchell Robinson for DeAndre Ayton? Interesting. So DeAndre Ayton. Go ahead, Shaw. What's your thoughts on that?
He's no slouch, and he can grab rebounds, he can block shots, and he got a back to the basket type of game. He can turn around, post you up, he can shoot the short jump shot. Depending on what we're offering, because that's almost his style of basketball to me is almost in the same category as a Clint Capella.
Right.
I like Clint Capella as well, for that center position, someone that could rebound the basketball, give you some defense intensity and block shots, and could score the basketball. So would I be, he's one of those guys that's he's a strong player, for what I've seen from him and stuff like that. But the rumors out there is he's a little soft too. He's a little soft too. He's a little he got a little cat in him too. He likes to play off the ball, shoot the short jump shots, not really bang too much, but can, and he will throw it down on you, but he's not that, I'm not opposed to it, but if we're talking about moving Julius Randle for him, I'm not saying it would happen. Like I said, how I feel about Julius Randle staying here for his rest of the season, something to think about, because the big if we move off from Randle, you already know what we're going to get. We're going to slide OG into the power forward position. We're going to move DiVincenzo. We're going to move DiVincenzo back into the shooting guard position. And we're going to have Mikal Bridges slide to the small forward position. So I'm not opposed to it. I don't think it will happen. I'm not sure if I want it to happen, but if it happened, I'm kind of okay with it too. That's my last. I like that. I don't think it will happen. I don't really want it to happen, but if it happens, so be it. You know what I mean? So be it.
Me neither. But the reason why, and Ron knows this, I've been harping about filling that center position with somebody of substance. The reason why is, look, we have a unique situation. And right now, if you look at our team, who do you double off? Who do you double off of to double team Brunson? Who do you double off to double team OG or Bridges or Randle? We have a unique situation now. If we bring or put a weak guy in at center, now they got their Huckleberry. Okay, they can use that. But if we got somebody like even Mitch who can, you leave him open, he can drop down to the rim and get an alley-oop and throw it on you. So he's a threat. So that's my whole basis for saying I hope they fill that spot with somebody of substance, because we have a huge advantage here. We do have a huge advantage where you cannot I mean, imagine Julius Randle one-on-one run in the paint all day long.
Facts.
Oh my goodness. Brunson one-on-one.
Everything spaced out. Yeah. Yeah, I hear
Brunson
you.
one-on-one. OG free to roam outside on the three-point line. And one thing OG showed me last year that I didn't know he had that drive, man. He was going to the rack. He was going to the rack hard, you know. And so that, you know, that shows me you can't leave him open either.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. We got another super chat, folks. Shout out to my guy Paris Duggar. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. He said Brunson didn't take 113 million less to lose Nova Boys. You are right about that. All of this stuff is hypothetical. None of them Nova Boys is going anywhere. If you want a happy Brunson here, the captain is your squad.
Not for the next 3 years anyway.
Yeah. Of course. What
is DeAndre's contract? How much is he owed?
I know he re-signed. He signed free agent with Portland.
Well, no, I think the Phoenix re-signed them before they moved them.
Did they?
Yeah, because remember, Indiana made him that big offer, and Phoenix is such a dysfunctional organization. All that stuff that happened with Phoenix, and then they wound up trying to get.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then they had to match the offer. It's just disgusting. But anyway, he is on a 4-year, $132 million deal, $33 million per year, 34 million base salary. Sorry.
Yeah. Then again, you add him to our starting lineup. Who are you going to leave open?
That's a lot of money in the center position, though. I mean, not that it's not warranted for his skill set, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm telling you, like, you can't have all of this money tied up in every position on the court. So I don't know if they want to do that.
That's true. But these days, to get quality, you're going to pay. You know, we're going to have to pay Bridges. We're paying Brunson. You're paying OG already. So.
And look at that. Thank you, my brother. You know who you is, Corey. I appreciate you. Look at that. That's just another thing that plays into the money narrative for players around the league. Denver just extended their point guard, Murray.
Who Murray?
4 years, $208 million. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. If you think Julius Randle is taking less than 200 million, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Freaking what's his face? Cade Cunningham got 4 years, right? 206 million, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if it was 4 or 5 years. Either way, I think it finished with it's 200 and something. Julius is going to want to see that 200 million number.
Oh yeah. As soon as they gave OG that 40 mil, that writing on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, look, but let me tell you something. I will say this though: Jamal Murray is worth that money. Sometimes he don't show up the way he should, but when he does, he's worth the money.
Damn, 50 mil, yo. 50 mil.
Yeah, 50, like 52, right? You said 208, right? So that's like 52 a year.
Yep. But they know, listen, that's the other thing. But, you know, say what you will about how good Jokic is. They don't got Jamal Murray. They ain't winning nothing. They need Jamal Murray too.
Oh, yeah. So now would they pay Jokic when he's up? 60?
Jokic is gonna break the bank, man.
80.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Itself out, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, so I don't know. I was gonna say something about something, and I don't know, that threw me off because I'm like, I wasn't expecting any extension news right around now. I thought that'd be taken care of like later, but that's cool. And remember, guys, once again, to everybody that has a certain opinion about Julius Randle, whether you like him or not, whether you think the Knicks should pay him certain things or not, his value, once again, because he's a 10-year player, you know, he's a multiple all-star, his value is 5 years, $313 million. Does that mean we should give him that? No. But I'm just, according to the CBA, that's how much he can get.
And
So-
some don't be surprised if some desperate team like the Clippers will up that ante. Because remember, they got rid of George. Leonard is next. So they getting up off of some salary. You know, Westbrook's salary's gone. So they're getting up off of some salaries. So they
Right.
would have the money. They would have the money.
Right. I think I'm kind of in this. I'm in this realm where David is here. First off, let me say shout out to my brother Hinton Murphy. What up, Hinton? Good afternoon. He said Julius's max right now is 4 for 181. That is correct. The numbers that I'm talking about are at the end of this season. Right now, it's 4 for 181, which I do not think Julius is going to sign. I think he is going to wait till the end of the season. He's going to bet on himself. And even if he doesn't have an incredible year, if he has a decent year, somewhat close to the numbers he had last year, he still is going to get 200 million. In my opinion, he ain't going to get no 313 though. That ain't happening. He ain't getting that no matter what he does. But yeah, I still think he's gonna bet on himself and wait. But David Smith was like, I would not pay Randle more than 220 million. I'm around there. I actually am like, I'm a break the bank type of guy sometimes for guys who I think, you know, have done well by us. I was thinking maybe 5 years, 250, 50 per year.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm right there.
And
with
the
that
fifth year
3 for
being
five.
the fifth year being a team option.
Mhm.
But
Then
that's
what-
my own thought.
Then would you pay
I
Brunson?
could definitely see
what?
that.
Then what you gonna
Well,
pay Mikal Bridges?
Mikal said, but see, that's the thing. Mikal has already said, and the organization believes that Mikal said he's going to take a discount. Don't know what that discount's going to be, but the fact that he's willing to do it is a good sign.
Discount from what? 50? What? 40? You gonna take 40? Yeah,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
depending. I don't know what it is. Maybe
What
he'll take a little
what
less.
he getting now? 21, 22 or something like that?
Yeah, his contract is lovely now. Let's see what
Yeah, like
Mikal's
21,
wages is.
22. So he may go up to close to 30 something after over 4 years or something like that.
Yeah,
Probably
he's making 20. He's making 22.
22, yeah. So yeah, his contract may jump up to the first year 28, next year 32, the year after that 36, 37, and the final year maybe close to 40. I can see something like that. As the years go on, the money of work its way into the cap because of all this new money coming into the NBA. So these deals that we talk about now, like, oh man, I might not pay, like even for the deal right now for Cat. There's 50 million and all this stuff that we talk about. We like, oh man, that's a lot of money. But in 2 years, that 50 million is every player is gonna be around 50 million. You know what I mean? When they sign the contract, their bare minimum is gonna be 50 million. We may see in our lifetimes a player getting $100 million for a season, for 100 million, 480 to 420, 30 million for 4 years. You know what I mean? We got some players already. What isn't somebody already at 60 million already? One of them Boston guys ain't one of them almost 60 million.
Tatum.
Tatum, right? He's been making like 60 million. So in our life, that's not far, man. I remember when we used to talk about 25 million. Man, that's a lot of money. 25 million is like a good contract now. It's a decent mid contract right now. You know what I mean? So
welfare check.
Yeah, you know, like, oh
them struggle words right now.
Years, 100. When oh my God, that's funny. Allen Houston signed that contract. We was like, oh my God, that's 100
million.
30,
yeah,
30
we
million,
were
30
losing it.
What?
We were losing it.
That
was crazy.
Now that's the chip in the bucket now. You know what I mean?
Chump change.
Yeah. So
hey, fellas, I gotta get up, man. I got the waters. I got the waters in Minnetonka working for me. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that for the Prince?
Yeah.
That's what I nicknamed my pool. The water is a Minnetonka.
Nice.
You know, nice
Yeah.
and smooth. But it's
Yeah.
like always, man. Pleasure. Thank you, Ron, for letting me spill my nonsense here.
Always a pleasure,
And,
Double A. Listen, man, it ain't all
fellas.
nonsense. You know, it's just we have differences of opinion, but some of the stuff you say is spot on, brother.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
I always say before you
All right,
leave
man.
Double A, I always say we're on the same page. We just on different paragraphs. That's all it is.
All right, fellas.
Peace.
All right,
God
brother.
bless.
Enjoy.
God bless you.
So yeah, I mean, I think that the hitting was like in the next 5 years, a player will be making $100 million per year. Probably the way the money is going is crazy.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the you know, it's not something we got to worry about right now, but we do know that Jalen Brunson, if he continues to do what he's been doing as far as his play, the Knicks are going to be in a position to continue to win games. They might even win a championship. We never know, but he is going to be in line to get $400 million. He's going to be one of the first players. So all that, this person can't be making more than this person. What happens if when contracts come up, what happens if Brunson becomes the first $400 million player because of just how everything lines up? You never know what's going to happen. There could be some people that get there before him. We don't know. It's all about when the contracts pop up, but you never know. My bad. Hold on. Corey, I didn't know you wanted I thought it was out there, but it might have been from a while ago. There you go. The link is in the chat. But yeah, so my whole thing is like the Knicks just have to do what they've been doing and respect them, respect Julius, but we got to let it play out because just like, you know, I say Julius is betting on himself. The Knicks are in a wait and see. Let's see how Julius looks out there. Let's see if he gels with the team. Let's see if he can get back to where he was. Let's see if he can be aggressive with his shoulder. How much does it inhibit his game, you know, and how long does it take for him to get right? And most importantly, will he be healthy and available for the playoffs? Because if this is another year where Julius is not able to be healthy going into the playoffs, then I think most Knicks fans would not feel bad about them deciding to move on from him. It's fair. It makes sense. Like, it's okay. 1 year this happened. Okay. Another year something fluky happened. Fine. But if it's another year, at some point you just got to say, look, it doesn't fit our timeline right now. We need to move on. Let me get my guy back in here.
The first year when we went to the finals, he was healthy. He just didn't have no one to help him. You know what I mean? He was healthy the whole year. He just didn't have no help. You know what I mean? So he's been there, but he hasn't performed. And that year that he was there, he couldn't perform because he had no one to help him. And I mean, the prior year he hurt himself. He stepped on. I mean, he stepped on somebody's foot, and then somebody stuck their foot up under him. The next when he came back in the playoffs, made him suspect. And last year he freak accident. Someone went up under him, and he went to go brace himself and blew his shoulder out. You know, so.
Yeah, let me bring Corey up in here. Corey,
what's
up,
good,
brother?
So wave, Zah. This is my grandson. Wave, buddy. They looking at you,
man.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Say hello. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
what's happening?
That's my grandson. Go ahead.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not
Corey?
just a dad. I'm a granddad. I'm everybody dad.
Yeah, man.
Real life, man. Real life stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yo, when you pop through my city, you better hit me up, bro.
I'm listen, man. I'm trying to make it happen, man. It will be my first time being there as well. Like, you know, I'm trying to make it happen. Yeah. So yeah.
I wish you was here. I wish you was here last weekend, bro. I would have really showed you a really good time.
It was fun last week.
We went to okay, it's a strip club, but it's called King of Diamonds, and they have what's called a Sunday brunch.
I've heard.
They have a Sunday brunch, and it's not provocative, nothing like that. You ain't gonna be seeing no naked women and stuff like that. Everybody, to some cachet is clothed, but it's like all you can eat buffet, live band. It's just fun.
So it's turn up.
Fun. Just turn up. Everybody turns up and have a good time.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Well, if you come down here, you got enough time. You and the missus, I'll gladly take y'all.
Appreciate you. It's nice to know, man. Well, listen, we'll see what happens, man. I'm still trying to get everything in order, but you know, I'll be down there that in that third week, so I'll let you know. I'll let you know. So yeah, that is the deal. Jamal Murray, Nuggets agreed 4-year, 208 max extension. What is Randle's worth? That's the case that we don't know.
I mean, Randle's worth every bit of that and then some.
Yeah,
He really is. I mean, no, you were saying, Shy? Because I didn't want to interrupt you.
The same thing. No, I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, I was running at the 3-year, $50 million, but 50 million. Yeah, 3 years. You know, 50. I mean, 50 a year and stuff like that. You know, it's 150 million. And I mean, I can see Randle getting 4 years, 200 and something $million. No problem. And I mean, especially as I keep talking about how, because 181 would bring him what, 43, $45 million, somewhere in that range. Doing the quick math, it's like 40, 40, 44, 44 some change, 45. You know what I mean? 181. So, you know, what's an extra $50 million, right? Spread in there or something.
We talking about billionaires, you know what I'm saying? And basically, this is their pocket change.
Right. I just don't think that. Change. I don't think that Randle is you know, now. I mean, I didn't think he was anyway. But now after this, I definitely do not think that Randle's signing this current extension. I just don't think it makes no sense. I think he's looking like, okay, come on, this is silly. I ain't doing that. I'll wait till the end of the year. Like, it don't make no sense. Even if you were like, hey, you know, maybe Randle could sign a 1 year. Just take it. Don't matter, because that 1 year ain't going to be this year. It would be the following. So it don't make sense to do that either. You just got to wait till the end of the season and get your money, whatever it's going to be. Because this one currently don't work.
1 second. Here y'all go. Go get the remote. Go watch what y'all want to watch.
Granddad
I'm
duties.
sorry.
No, you got them granddad duties.
I got granddad and my baby. They both the same age.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, listen, that's how life works sometimes, man. Did I just want to make sure that I cover everything that I had planned to cover for today's show. I think so. I think I went down the list of yeah. We talked about the energy was off. Yep, Black Ops, roommates. Oh, speaking of roommates, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be out and about somewhere. What happened?
Make a long story short, that's what I'm on.
I got you. But hey, you know, not for nothing. Today is not the best day either. The weather definitely
ain't it right?
turn.
It's all cloudy and rainy outside.
Yeah, it's a little gloomy out there.
Yeah.
Oh well, you know, it's beautiful. It's bright blue skies out here in GA.
You enjoy that, bro.
Often after I get done with y'all, I'm finna go clean up the car, get all my little trash up out of there, and go to the car wash.
Oh, okay, at the car wash. No, I hear you.
Whoa.
Then go get my dog and probably go to the park.
Could be. That works. I mean, that makes sense. L said Sha loves us. That's why he couldn't go to the roommates thing. I hear you, Sha.
That's what it is. That's what it really was.
Off in the park. Anyway. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm telling y'all should get there early. Damn.
Man, anyway, you know, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Me and Devon will be on tomorrow.
Oh, y'all gonna be on tomorrow? Definitely.
Yeah, we'll be on tomorrow night.
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely gonna pop up. I'm sorry. I've been missing y'all, man. And every time I catch
her, it's season, man. It's the summertime still. We just broke. We just broke the summer. The the unofficial end of summer Labor Day. So you know, it's all good, man. We'll be.
No, it's not the end of. It's still Indian. It's Indian summer right now. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
It's something. It's something.
It's the twilight of the summer right now.
It's true. And look, I mean, even though like today, like the high is supposed to be 76, but we haven't tapered off. We got a couple more days in the 70s. Then it's right back. The next 6 days in New York is in the 80s. So we still rocking. We still rocking.
Yeah, it's still around.
Shout out to my guy Phil Porto in the building. What up, Phil? Good to see you, my
What up,
brother. Hope
Phil?
you're doing well. Always a pleasure. Yeah, I got to chop it up with Phil. I forgot. I keep forgetting to chop it up with you. We're gonna do that, Phil. Yes, as El said, be on the lookout for polls and posts on the SKF community page. We still are posting polls and other posts, and also highlighting people in the content creator spotlight. I did take a little bit of a break because I had some other stuff going on, but don't worry, I'm gonna start posting again starting today. So be on the lookout for that. And also be on the lookout for some videos added to whether it be Instagram, X, or TikTok. We will be putting some stuff out.
Well, you all over my TikTok, bro.
Hey, are we trying? We trying.
Every time I turn on my TikTok, if Ron doing, if he ain't dancing, he doing something.
That's good. That means it's working. Yeah. I'm gonna be once the season starts, I'm gonna be like Lil Wayne, that mixtape year where he was everywhere. Yeah.
About a million, you all over the place.
Yeah, man. We tried.
Oh my God.
So I also wanted to get to this question. Shout out to my boy Randy. He probably, I don't know if he's still here. I know he was watching on Facebook. He probably isn't here right now, but I'm still get to his question. His question was, because I wanted to wait, because it kind of plays into like wraps up everything. Randy Montalvo said, "Will the Knicks be better than last year?" Corey, how about you? What's your thoughts on that?
Bro, you already know I jumped out the window earlier when we had this conversation, maybe a month or so ago, a little bit longer. That I jumped the window. I said 60 games. My expectation is 60 games. Now, anything less than that, I'm not going to be too upset. But we'll know if we are anything less than the second seed, I will be upset. I will be upset. You know what I'm saying? But then again, the seeding doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, is Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern Conference, victory. We won the Eastern Conference. So that's where my head's at. Provided, you know what I'm saying? And it's, that my man stays healthy. Both my guys stay healthy, as far as Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? I was just, I've been screaming this. I've been on a couple of other podcasts as well as my own, as on the Freezy, I put out the take of the year when I said, Mitchell Robinson is going to help carry us to the NBA Finals if he's healthy. If he's healthy, we won the NBA Finals. We will be Finals champions.
All right.
And I know. Hey, I know I'm standing in the Atlantic Ocean on the smallest pebble on this earth, but I stand on it. I mean, and I have no problems on being wrong. But this is one right here that I honestly feel like that. And will it be better? Of course. With everybody healthy, yes. You know what I'm saying? With a Mikal Bridges to help solidify that backcourt, totally solidify it. You know what I mean? And not to say that Dante did not do a great job, because he totally did, considering where he started from. Because you got to think, he started from being the backup to this guy, you know what I'm saying, Captain Ham and Eggs, messing it up, crying, sitting there sulking, until we gave him his freedom papers to go in Detroit and try to figure it out up there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, should have been the most improved player of the year. So just imagine. I honestly feel like he's going to be the sixth man of the year. We got a lot of accolades that we can collect this year outside of the NBA. outside of the NBA Finals, which is really the one that I want, the only accolade I really want. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion.
Nah, listen. I mean, that's a solid opinion. You know, it's concise. It's how you feel. You broke it down. I like it. We got to wait and see. You could be right. I hope you're right. I hope. Yeah.
For my sake too.
Yeah.
And for Nick Nation.
Yes, sir. What's
you know
your
what I'm
thoughts,
saying? I want to be standing outside your office building while you hit me in the head with toilet paper.
Facts, because I'm already down there. Listen, I'm gonna be there either way. All right, the Knicks win. I'm telling my boss, look, today ain't the day. It's not feeling good. You know what I mean?
I can't talk. Can't talk. All that screaming you was doing the night before.
he gonna look out the window like, what? Ain't that Ron? I thought he wasn't boss.
Yeah, and I'm holding my cup of tea with my doctor's note.
I'll be like this, Ron. Do it, Ron.
I'm gonna be like, hey, come on now. Let's go. It's gonna be a wrap. Y'all gonna see me like, how the hell did still Knicks fans get on a float? Hey.
With the question that Remy put out there, I'm gonna say I have the Knicks better than 57 games this year. You know what I mean? With the acquisition of Mikal Bridges, with a healthy OG Anunoby, I think we're going to go far. And you know, a lot of us want a different center in that middle, but what the Knicks really need is someone that can go out there and rebound the basketball, play defense on the basketball, and grab some and try to get out there and also including those rebounds, some offensive rebounds. And I mean, you know, if Sims can get out there and give 8 points and 8 rebounds with 4 offensive rebounds, we're in a good position. And because Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby is going to make a difference this year on defense from the wings, and they're going to collapse the wing players and stretch them out. So I believe the Knicks are going to have a better year than they had last year, just because of Mikal Bridges. And the one thing that I want to say about Mikal Bridges, if he plays the way I think he's going to play, I think he's going to be the guy that we always wanted from R.J. Barrett, someone that can play stellar defense on the perimeter, knock down about 40% from the 3-point land, and also get about 50% from the field goal percentage. And then when you get to the line, knock down about 85 to 90% from your free throw line. That's what we wanted from RJ. We couldn't really get it from him. You know, he was waiting around to get it there. He couldn't get it all the way there, but I think we could get that from Mikal Bridges with a great percentage. Percentage-wise, I think he's going to be a better fit. And I think this year you'll see him do more of more assist passes this year because of a better team that he's on prior to being on the Brooklyn Nets. And I mean, he's going to be on the court with DiVincenzo. He may be on the court with Josh Hart. You may see Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, and Mikal Bridges out there with Jericho Sims or Precious Achiuwa at times this year. So I think his game is going to elevate back to more of that defensive mindset that he had in Utah prior to the offensive style of basketball that he played in Brooklyn. So I think we're going to have a better year than we had
Phoenix,
last year.
bro.
Right. At least 57 wins. At least 57 wins this year. That's my bare minimum. My high is 63, but I don't want to reach for 63. I'm happy with 57.
Hey, I'm happy with 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
I like
it. But we gotta walk away with the finals because I don't want all them wins and then not the trophy. The trophy is the most important thing. I want the trophy this year.
Yeah, it's all going to be how we lined up against, who we lined up against, because you see how last year Philly lost Embiid and they dropped from top 5 down to the bottom part of 6, 7, 8 or down there in those rounds playing those teams and stuff like that. So it all depends on how the matchups go and who goes at it. Team that you got to watch out for this year is Orlando Magic. I don't think the Pacers really did much. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about Atlanta's and Brooklyn's and you know, Philly made some big moves this year. They're going to be trying to stay in that top 4 realm. You know, all playing at home games. So it's going to be a good look and good matchups, and to see where we fall with this stronger Eastern Conference Final, because this year the East did get a little stronger. You know what I mean? We did too, acquiring Mikal Bridges and staying with the consistency that we have. So I think the addition of the big thing is if Mitchell Robinson staying healthy, OG staying healthy, and if we do bring someone else into or if Jericho Sims fills in the position that we need, where we're wondering who we're going to get, and Jericho Sims is playing the best basketball of his NBA career, and then we go get Ryan Archidinakio to fill that 15th man position over there, so we can have the
That ain't
no
happening, bro.
I had to throw it out there, right? I had to make
Yeah,
I
hey,
know.
listen, I hear you. This might be the one year
The
we
only
don't
way
see
he's gonna be on our bench
Ryan
again is if he's wearing a polo shirt.
Yeah, this might be the one year we don't get Ryan A, man. But it is what it is. It's cool. I'm happy either way. and Randy, to your point, brother, will the Knicks will be better this than last year? From my standpoint, yeah, I think they will be better. I mean, if it was up to me, we win in the championship, but literally have a chance to win. And I hope to see Tibbs doing this. Oh, my bad. I got caught. Yeah. Things happen.
Oh God.
Hey.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I love this guy, man.
I think Tibbs is ready. He's primed. He got a good chuckle at watching that himself. I think Tibbs is ready. Let's get it done.
This is a big season for the entire team in more ways than one. This is big for the front office. Do you understand that? As well as Tibbs.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last year of their contract. So let's think about that. Let's keep that in mind too.
Leon and them, right?
Yeah. Leon, Tibbs, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So now.
Well, I mean, Tibbs got his extension.
He did?
Yeah, Tibbs got his extension, but the front office hasn't been extended though. So you are right on that side.
And we ain't got to worry about that money. That money come from Dolan. So I think they have acquired a good team to contend for the next 3, 4, 5 years and stuff like that. I think they'll get it. Leon and Wes will get extended with all his cohorts over there.
Yeah. Let me get
like
Fritz in here
cohort.
real quick. Boom, Fritz.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
What's happening,
man,
brother?
See, I can't go nowhere without Fritz popping up behind me.
You know it.
Fritz is the man. So Fritz, what's your thoughts, man? You feel like the Knicks are better this year than last year?
They better be. They better be.
You would hope. You would hope.
Yeah, they better be. The expectation is there. Last year, the expectation wasn't there. Everybody was complaining. We supposed to win 43 games. We came in this year 53. 53 is what they expect us. So they're expecting good things. They expect the Eastern Conference Finals. So the expectations are there.
No doubt. Okay, Ron.
All right, I'm back. Okay. All right. So let me bring this to you guys' attention. Let me see how you guys feel about this. Can I share it? Shoot, I can't share it because I can't find it. See, that's why it's always good to like certain things, because then I can just go to my likes and find what I was missing. But for whatever reason, I didn't like this thing. I don't know why. Anyway, all right. So, what do you guys think about this? Right? Is there a scenario, right, and I know David Smith is probably he's going to get all excited in a second. But is there a scenario where you think the Knicks will be better off without Julius Randle?
Better off?
You don't have to. Better off without Julius Randle. No, I mean in the immediate, in the immediate, with currently with what we got going on with our current state of the roster. In the immediate, do you feel like there's a scenario where Julius Randle is better off somewhere else, and the Knicks would be better not having him on this team?
No. I think he's the only other player on this roster who commands attention other than Jalen Brunson. It's the only person they have to game plan. OG, OG gives you something, you're happy. Dante, he'll let it fly, but you're not really game planning for anybody. Like, you actually have to game plan for Randle, and you have to game plan for Brunson. I think you take him off the team. It's just Brunson going crazy, doing too much.
Okay. All right, Shaw, what you think?
I kind of agree with you, Fritz. All depending on who we get for Randle. Now we're talking about trading Randle to get, let's say hypothetically, Cat or who else is a big center that we would need, or a bigger name center, that we would have to plan, have a game plan against him too. Then it might make a difference. But I'm going to reiterate what I said all day today. Julius Randle here, 3 years, $150 million. He's going to be here. He's going to be up in the Raptors in the next couple of years, sitting in the seats next to Big Al over there, Larry Johnson, and part of the New York Knicks for the rest of his ongoing life, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Corey, what's your thoughts, brother?
It would be a foolhardy move to move off of Julius Randle. And, everybody talks about the kitty cat, which would be the most ideal person to replace him with, supposedly. But honestly, it would be stupid. We let Julius Randle go because of likes or dislikes is crazy. I think he's a natural fit. I think he's grown. This young man has grown into becoming a leader, and not a verbal leader, but a leader of example. Hard work, discipline, how he's changed his whole mindset, how he's grown into the position of being the leader of example. You understand what I mean? So much has been given to our current captain, and not to say he hasn't earned it, but nobody's earned it like Julius Randle, where he actually started. He got it from the mud here, actual dirt in New York, and he's the reason why we are where we are right now. Outside of Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brunson was the missing piece, but Julius Randle is the cog, the main cog that keeps this machine rolling. Personally, in my personal opinion.
I think that's so. There's four of us up here. You already heard from three other people, right? And they gave you your opinions as to the importance of Julius Randle. And Shad did leave it open, like depends on who would be coming back if Julius was on the move. But in the end, everybody appreciates and values Julius Randle for what he's done on this team and what he continues to do while he's here. And I'm with everybody. I still agree with the fact that I think Julius Randle is a very underestimated player in this NBA. I think I've said it multiple times. I don't want to be like a broken record. I think he literally could be one of the best players in the NBA. There's certain things that are a part of his game that allows him to be that type of player. Now, the only thing that you can point to is like sometimes his effort is not always there on the defensive end. But even when you say that, let me tell you something. I take Julius Randle, and this is going to sound crazy, but understand what I'm saying. I take Julius Randle's overall full game and the way he plays over somebody like an Amari Stoudemire. Never played defense. They never taught me. Like I take him over somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to play defense. He tries. It's just sometimes he doesn't put his focus in it, and because of that, that's why we see the lapses. That's why we see him not getting back in certain areas. Now, granted, I'm going to say this because he's gotten better. He's getting better. You know, I think that some of the stuff that we've seen that we don't like has been a wake-up call for Julius and the coaches. You know, I made a big deal about the Milwaukee game last year when he lollygagged with 48 or 45 seconds left, and we had a chance to win that game. And because of him not getting back on defense, he played into us losing that game. I'm sure the coaching staff must have ripped into him. If Tibbs watches film the way Tibbs watches, I'm sure he must have saw that and went crazy on Julius. And Julius had to eat it. Like, yo, I messed up. So I think there's moments where Julius is able to learn. And once again, the biggest thing is I always said, Julius seems to play better on teams when he's got people that make up for his deficiencies. This team now with the defensive guys we got that help on the perimeter, which is Julius's deficiency, is going to allow Julius to look much better out there on defense. He's going to be able to help more and not do as much, but help just enough that the Knicks need. You'll be able to. It's going to look like Julius is playing better defense. It's going to look like that for a lot of guys, but Julius especially. So I just think that I think we got to take that all into account, man, and understand that he's done a lot for helping to revitalize this team. It started with Julius, and keep in mind that listen, if there was no Julius here, would the Knicks be a better team like once Jalen Brunson got here? Yeah, we would be a good team getting better, but we wouldn't be what we are now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't care. Jalen Brunson could do whatever he wants. Julius Randle helped us get here. Like him being on the court with Jalen Brunson is what makes the Knicks look like a very interesting team to deal with. Like you can't, like right now, if they trade Jalen Brunson and we had no Julius Randle, we would be a team that could win games, but I don't think we'd be a team that could, win it all. Obviously, I'm talking like if Jalen Brunson was here with no Julius Randle and no replacement. Of course, you got to trade him for somebody. I'm just talking about the team as it is with no Julius Randle. So he does matter. He is very important. And I think his rebounding is really understated, man. Them 10 rebounds that he gets every year is important. 10 per game is important. And not everybody steps up that way. So I'm just saying we just need to all look at it and like you may not be in love with Julius Randle for his character, what he showed you in the past, and there's certain things about his defense that you don't really acknowledge. But I said it before, and now it was clarified a little bit. I'm just going back to it because it shocked me. I did say before I looked at Julius Randle's defensive numbers and his statistic at the end of the year for whatever his measurables were, he was around like when, I'm just saying it. If it sounds like a broken record, I'm just saying it once again. I get there's more to it. But when he was with the Lakers, he had a year, he was at 107, 108 for his defensive rating. That's incredible. That's a really good defensive rating. He was 109 one year. He was 109 one year with the Knicks. This past year, I think he was at 114, if I'm not mistaken. I know he only played 44 games. But now when you look deeper into that, you got to understand who he was guarding, what the possessions were. So it doesn't look as crazy as you think. But still, it shows that Julius Randle is a much better defender than we give him credit for. His thing is effort. All right. Let me get off my Julius Randle high horse. I just wanted to ask that question because I think that part of the thing that happens is, you know, and this I say this stuff because of not the average. I don't say this because of the Knicks fan that watches every game, that listens to Still Knicks fans or other content creators, or listens to, you know, MSG when they're talking about the state of the team. I don't talk about those. I'm talking about the guys who are a little too busy. They watch the Knicks because they're fans of basketball, but they can't see all the talk. So, you know, oh, what? Man, Julius Randle's supposed to make this amount of money. I remember the thumbs down. Yeah, I don't know. We could probably be all right without him. Those are the people I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who don't watch everything. That they're not in the know. So I just want to put that out there because I just think that once again, man, I think that the Knicks could be an interesting team with someone else here, like a Cat. Yeah, maybe. But that doesn't mean that I'm ready to give up on the promise that I saw. And I'm telling you this because if it wasn't for the fact that we saw what happened in January, my whole mindset might be different. I'd be like, yeah, you know, maybe. But that January opened up my eyes. I would have never expected the January to happen the way it did. Knicks went on a crazy run with the same team. And I'm like,
minus Mitchell Robinson. Just imagine we would have had
Mitchell
him.
Robinson too.
And added OG Anunoby.
Yeah, we didn't get OG until the end.
December 31st or some crap like that. Then we get him like December. Then we get Anunoby in right around New Year's.
December 30th December 30th.
Right.
December 30th. December 30th.
27th.
Yeah, something like that. Like by New Year's, around New Year's. I remember it was around New Year's.
Yeah, no. So he was there for the run.
He was there
He was there for that January.
He came in with no playbook and just played all defense and filled in like we had him all year. The way the team was playing in January was phenomenal.
Agreed. And we talked about it before. I pointed to the fact that even in that time where guys didn't really know OG didn't even know how to fit in yet. Like he was just cutting, hey, give me the ball. I'll run over here. They didn't know anything yet. Randle was still playing unselfishly. He was trying to do what he could to just fill the role. There was some games that Randle didn't play great, but he did other things. He might have rebounded or he might have gotten some assists, but he didn't necessarily have everything going during that time. It was a moment of trying to figure it all out. Let me see here. Does it say? All right. All right. Yep. Looks like his first game was New Year's.
New Year's, right?
Yep.
New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm. That was OG's first game with us. And as soon as he came in, win, like boom, right out the gate, we got 5 wins. So it would just, it started the trend. Then we got a loss, a win, and another loss, and then we just kept winning. Win. Damn,
then Miami
was rolling. We were yeah. Wow. Damn. That was a nice run.
It's called an eye opener.
Yeah. That was nice.
Like you literally said it, but I'm like, it's seriously an eye opener.
Yeah.
You see Julius play some of his best basketball. Remember what I was saying when Julius was the first year that they went to the playoffs and he had nobody. And you seen it, if you go back and rewatch the game, you see sometimes when Julius Randle wants to pass the ball and he has nobody to pass it to. This past season, the games he played in January into before he got hurt, he played skillful. His turnovers was down. His assists were up. He was still scoring 20-some points and still getting about 8-9 rebounds a game. We're getting about, I think it was the average was almost six assists a game. So he was playing better basketball, and you seen him play a little bit more defense because I don't know if it was because of the OG Anunoby adding, but with OG on the court, it made him play a little bit better defense. And would the team be better with him? Of course. I'm 100%. Like I said, I think Julius is going to be here for a long duration. But if he, in the event that he goes, It all depends on who we would let go, move on for Julius Randle. And if we're looking for a player with paying $50 million, already threw it out there. I think they're going to give him a deal, 150, 200 and whatever million for 3 to 4 years, however you want to put it in there. I think he's going to get that contract. So I think he's going to be here for a while.
Right. And the other thing too is, here's the thing that, when you don't, obviously out of sight, out of mind, we don't go back and look at all this stuff. But when you look at Julius Randle's numbers for January, because he did play up until January 27th. So he had a good amount of games he played before he got hurt, right? That the only thing that he kind of struggled at during that period was his rebounding. He wasn't at his proverbial 10 rebounds a game. He actually finished the month at 8.3.
Right. I was going to say
right?
about 9 rebounds. Yeah. But his assists was up though. Right.
Right. Okay. But
Right.
hold on. Look at these Julius Randle numbers, and you tell me this is with OG being on the team. Was Knicks winning these games? You telling me that Julius doesn't fit the team now that we got these guys here? What? Are you serious? He finished with 24.9 points in January, right? Half a steal, whatever. 0.4 blocks. It doesn't matter. But 5.3 assists for the month of January.
Yep.
8.3 rebounds, 81% from the free throw line. Okay, you're like, but Randle be struggling with 3-point shot. 36.9 from 3. He shot 47.9 from the field. This is in the January with OG Anunoby and Precious on the team, and everybody's talking about, I don't know if Julius can fit with these guys now. What are we talking about? Seriously? It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think the change really helped him because I think before I think he looked kind of wild when he was passing before because he didn't have options. Like the offense was not moving. Like everybody was talking about, oh, he's going to his left, and and he would try to take it himself. Now when he jumps, there's someone to pass to because there's somebody moving. Before, everybody was like stuck in their little corners. I think we're gonna see. I think we'll see a lot more relaxed Julius because I think he's gonna have a whole lot more options around him.
Right.
Because that was the thing. He was either what we always had a problem with him is taking ill-advised shots and passing and not knowing where he's gonna pass to when he jumps. And I think that's solved with how the offense is moving. I think he'll look more comfortable. Not that his skill actually increased. I think he just has a lot more options around him.
That's fair. I agree with that. That makes sense. And to let me see if I can in my brain I'm doing like quick the 41, 30, 34, 31. So I'm gonna say 33. Maybe a little off. It might be 30. No, I think it's 33. Then 41, 46, 47. I'm just, trying to give it a little bit. I'm gonna say 45 just to be fair, which it probably is a little better than that, but let's say 45. So in essence, the past 3 out of 4 years, shout out to you, David. One month doesn't mean much in your mind, but I'm gonna tell you, the past 3 out of 4 years, Julius Randle is averaging 24.3 or 0.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, around 9.4 or 9.5. I'm sorry, 4.5 assists. 4.5 assists, around 9.5 or 9.4 rebounds. 3 out of the last 4 years, right? Shooting around, look at the 78, 81, around 76 to 77% from the free throw line, around 33% from 3. I'm saying because he shot 41 one year, but he got 30, 31, and 34. So I'm rounding it around 33. Okay. I'm just trying to, he might have done a little better than that, but I'm just trying to be fair, right? And then from the field, he shot around 45%, 3 out of the last 4 years. because he shot 47 this year, 46 the past year. He got a 41 in there, but he got a 45 the previous year. So I'm gonna give him around 45%. It could be 44, depending on how you average it out. That to me is a really good player. I mean, I don't know how you slice it. That's a good player. So it's not like this is like an aberration. The point of this was all with lesser talent on the team.
Facts.
Now you put more talent on the team, and he's still putting up numbers. That's what I'm saying. Like the only thing that took a back seat, that has taken a back seat, is his rebounding. For the most part, but he's been scoring more points, and sometimes that does take away from, and also how you're playing on the court. If you're shooting more threes, like because if you look at Julius Randle's careers, the 3-point numbers have gone up, the attempts, and the year prior to last, he shot 8.3 attempts. That's a lot of attempts. That meant he was on the perimeter a lot, right? But this past year was 5.3. So he's starting to come inside more. And I think this was the best, like, as far as how Julius plays, this was the way most Knicks fans want to see him play. A combination of outside and inside, not that just stay on the perimeter. And I don't know, bro. I think he did a really good job. And that's why he's an all-star 3 out of the last 4 years. Oh, that's all we can say. Hey, man, Corey, appreciate you for being here, brother. Take care of them kids. We love them kids.
Love them kids.
Shout out to Gideon Amankwa. What's up, G Money? Was there anybody else who came in? I think I said what's up to Long Island Sound, but if I didn't, special shout out to you, Long Island Sound. Also, special shout out to my guy Building Blocks in the building. Appreciate you. I think I got everybody else. All right. Well, before I get out of here, I just want to, get around to everybody. Final words, but also, Fritz, was there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't cover that you had on your mind?
No, I didn't catch the whole show. I was like poking in and out.
I got you.
Yeah, I think everybody's. We're at September 7th, and if the Knicks do a signing this week, they'll be eligible December 15th. When everybody's, when the whole NBA kind of opens up. So if this may be the week if they want this person to be available for trade when everybody else is available for trade. So, and you start seeing you're seeing the options dwindle down. You're starting to see players start going overseas already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a quick question to ask you. I got a quick question to ask you, Fritz. When is Diop Bates available to be traded, and also Payne?
Bates is I think October 28th.
So he's before the season too.
He's October 28th. He's before. Actually, the season started. It was be started already. But I think Payne is the 15th because he's a sign-in. Yeah.
15th.
December.
Oh, December. So he's here to the trade deadline then. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure about that. I seen some conflicting stories.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, man. It's always good to chop it up with you, Fritz. Appreciate you, my brother. Sha, anything that you had on your mind that we didn't cover?
No, I'm just glad to be on. Thank you, Fritz, for coming on. Ron, thank you for allowing me to come onto your platform and show some love and stuff like that. Salute to the family in the chat. And Knicks Real Talk will be on tomorrow sometime between 6 and 8, I think. We haven't really placed the time yet. When everybody go out and do their Sunday, come home and start cooking. So when you sit down, you can watch at least an hour of us running our mouths about a whole bunch of Knicks stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it, brother. Appreciate you as always. Thanks to both of you guys. Thanks to everybody that chopped it up with me today. Shout out to Fritz. Shout out to Shah. Shout out to my guy Corey Lee. Shout out to Double A, and shout out to Kev from Nick and Ish. Appreciate you all for chopping it up with me. Always a good conversation. I had a great time as usual. So as I always say, you know what I mean? We are still on the road to 3K. We are, let me see what the current thing is.
A couple of tens close away. 60,
I don't
80.
know, man.
Gotta be at least that. Last time he was like 180 or something. Gotta be close to like under 100 now.
We are at 100 away. We're at 2,900 right now.
Okay, all right.
All right. Well, we are on the road, man. Thank you guys. Appreciate everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Remember the road to 3K. Tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Saturdays at 11:30-ish. Today was I had some stuff I had to do. Mondays at 9 p.m. And then during the week, throughout, you may catch me on NBK or wherever doing some stuff. So continue to support the show. Please support Knicks Real Talk tomorrow on YouTube. And yeah, man, we'll go from there. It's always a good time. And also support Corey Lee and the 718 boys and Fritz Alcindor and the NBA economy
Nickish
show
too, right?
Oh, Nickish as well. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
I think I got them too.
Yes. Thank you so
Ron,
much for everything,
thank you for having
man.
me on. I'm gonna let you finish your thing up so you can have this full screen to you. Thank you, Ron. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, brother. Take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks, guys. Thank you for everything once again. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the day. And we'll catch up, man. And stay away from all this negative Julius Randle talk. It's not good for the soul. You know, them people out there talking all this nonsense.
Let's see if I know the ledge.
They're jumping out the window. Ignore them. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Laters.